It's still warm. Ugh. Just, you know. What is up, everyone? What? What is up, everyone? This is Do Coffee with Soul. I am your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. We're gonna hang out. Try to have a good time. It is Thursday, and it is probably not gonna be the last day I stream this week. Chances are extremely good that tomorrow I will stream again. I will not do visits. I will not do tours in the morning. I'll just build and like hang out with you all as we wait for an upcoming Q&A with game director Ian Hatzakostas over on some Discord channel somewhere. He's going to be answering questions that have been asked by the community and then filtered through the WoW ambassadors and then filtered again through, forgot his name. His first name is Randy. But his handle is Kyvex. And then he will ask questions to Ian. And then there we go. And then we'll see how that goes. The topics are meant to cover the upcoming patch, as well as the future of WoW. Sort of. Something like that. So as much as some want it to be, it is not going to be like this hard-hitting thing where it gives us a chance to use Ian as a punching bag and logic him into prostrating like a little baby and pissing his pants and making him resign on stream. I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. But it should be fun, you know. And from that, the idea is that, you know, if y'all want to hang out here, I will be co-streaming that because I don't think there's any problem with that. And then we'll react to it. I will do some additional commentary, and then I will later cut that up and turn that into digestible content over on the main channel. And that'll be the day. So that's kind of the plan for the moment. Yeah. So earlier, I had this up. I'm kind of shopping around. I think I mentioned this the other week or so, where I eventually want to take pretty much all of the Around Azeroth VODs that I've put together so far, and of course keep building the archive, and then create another. I'm still on the fence on this. I don't know if I want to make another another Twitch channel, or if I'll just put it on this one, where every now and then I'll just run like a long stream that is just reruns, and it's just gonna go, and then people can just kind of drop in and whatever. Personally, not crazy about Dell or HP. I'm not looking for Dell exactly or HP stuff. I'm looking for as low of a number as I can get away with without having to go out and like buy new parts, because I'm out of parts. I don't have spare parts to work with anymore. So I'm pretty much going to start from scratch, and one of the better ways to do it these days, unless I want to buy RAM a la carte, is to get a pre-built. And so here I am looking at, is this refurbished stuff? Yeah, so I'm looking at refurbished stuff, hardware, to possibly work with. So that's kind of the idea right now. So I have it set to sort by lowest price. And so this is what happens at the bottom. So that's what we get for now, at least. Let's say hi to people real quick. What is up to Falcor? You're the first person to say hi. Hey, what's up? What's up to Savitar and Susan Seagroves and Ravens and Hazel and Oma Mama Bear? What's up to Kaisho and Sonata and Moxon and Puddle Jumper and Lily and Valeri? Hello to Mel Venue and Ashvane and Sherzona. Hello to Hex Raven and Arcadius, Arumas, Blue Kyaut. Hello to Beans and Dorian and Empress Christie and the rest of y'all, the beautiful digital smile and Facebook joins throughout the day. Again, hope everyone is doing well. We've got visits happening. And we have a full queue of things happening next week. We're going to be checking out the Wanderlust Den Guild, one of the most accomplished guilds that are out there when it comes to well, achievements. They are the most achieved guild, if not one of that are out there. And they'll be showing off their stuff as well as, well, I'll just leave it at that. They'll be showing off their stuff, and it should be cool. Hello, Empress. Hello, Annie. Lady, you're not late. We got like 19 whole ass minutes until we start doing visit stuff. Do I have it up? Cool, I have it up. I'll just start recording now because I'll always forget. So we're gonna be looking at Valeri, Rainbow Wise, Sully, Gobsandi, Gobsandi man, or maybe that. Oh, and we round it off with Melindra. Cool. I should. Everyone else is doing it. Everyone else is doing it. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh man, I'm behind now. Like I said, I don't really follow like other housing creator people. I don't know how big other people's operation is. I feel like my operation is like damn overwhelming. So I don't know, like, you know, scale wise, I don't know how big of a thing I am. But so a lot of people are doing that too. Because every time I try to search for a housing stream, I don't find nobody. Like I'll find like a couple of people who want to be doing like one thing, but then I'm usually looking at things way late at night. Morning, mouse. Yeah, I'm usually looking, you know, when I'm finally like kind of winding down for the night, I'm like, all right, I'm burned out. I gotta relax. And so I'll just go to Twitch and I'll go to the WoW thing and I'll type up housing and then no one pops up. No one pops up. Housing. Oh, okay. Now, do they do a separate channel or do they do their own? Do they do their stream, or you know, or is it their original channel? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Like, I'm wondering what is like the more effective thing to do, because it's like, okay, do I want to split people? Well, I'm not exactly splitting people off because it's either one channel's up or one channel's not. So, did I take the Blizzard survey on the splash page? Oh, there. Wait, what? Huh? Who? What? A thing? Hold on. Oh, please share your thoughts. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so it's confidential. Dude, it's on the splash page. This is not gonna be a thing. Well, I'm not gonna do it here on stream then. That's kind of poopy. Well, I'll do it later. So yeah, I did not do that. For example, Matt Poster, I don't know who Matt. You'll have to jog my memory every time. But yeah, I don't know who Matt it is. Usually that on a separate channel keeps things neat and organized. Got it. Yeah, so see, the idea would be set up a channel. I've seen that there are services that do it. It's like, yo, all you got to do is upload our stuff or upload your VODs or whatever onto our service, and then you're good to go. I'm like, oh, that's cool. How much is it? Holy shit. it's one, it's not cheap to use these services, and two, it's so limited on the amount of videos that you can upload. It's like you can upload 10. I'm like, 10? Bitch, that's that's nothing. That's nothing. Once you go offline, the VOD continues. She knows me. Well, now I'm terrible. See, yesterday, I hopped on to GP at Home's channel because I was like, hey, someone who does housing stuff. Yes, I can finally like look at someone doing stuff. And they weren't doing housing stuff. They were doing, they were leveling the character for like the break the meta thing, you know, doing keys and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I say hi, and then he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh no. He's like, oh my God, you know, he like they had that kind of like starstruck kind of reaction. I'm like, oh man, you know, I'm the one that should be doing this stuff because I don't make cool stuff like they do. I'm just a mouth, you know, I'm just a spotlight that's a big fan of housing stuff. Like I said, I really keep my head down when it comes to any stuff like that. So when people acknowledge me, I'm like, I'm just busy all the time, man. I don't know what's what any of this stuff is. So so I do feel bad because sometimes I'll see a familiar looking name, um, and I'll say hi really quick, and then I'll kind of forget, unfortunately. Folks like Mouse though, like they'll make an impression. So yay, they're doing the social game much better than I ever do. That's for sure. I was struggling to find housing creators. Okay, so I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I appreciate that. Once Open One drops, you'll see way more housing streams pop up. You think so? I mean, I think we're going to see a lot more people participating in housing, but I'm not sure if we're going to see a lot more housing creators necessarily pop up. I think there's going to be like this steady stream of people that might, there's going to be a churn. People come in and come out. But I don't feel like 12.1 is introducing anything that's going to be like, ooh, this is going to be what brings people in and makes them into creators. So I'm not sure. I mean, I have my doubts on that. So, but that's me. And I'm right. Nah. Husband left the commentary on my house. He's super picky, so you're doing a good job. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm the best mouth. That's so not sexual. You have the best mouth. Oh, do I? Oh, let me get my chaps. I was thinking about your stories and how much you laughed when you visited One Room Valentine Belt and you were just like, oh my god, that one was so good. I gotta find that one. Because that one was short, but I was like, oh, that brings back memories. Thank you for reviving that feeling. That one was fun. Hey girl. Hold on, girl. Let me get my mixtape CD. I gotta pop in some my favorite Boys to Men mix. Oh yeah. We belong together. Yo, man. That thing was fun. That thing was so fun, man. So see, I don't know who Rivendare is either. See, no, but I'm awful. I think they might have said something in chat too one day. So like I don't. Hold on. Don't say anything yet. Is Rivendare my blood rival? No, I'm just kidding. Like, are we like the fruit vendor and the other person who's like, no, I'm sure it's not. But I do want to have more. Like I've been saying, I want housing to feel elevated. I want it to like really blow up, and I think among our folks, it is because we love it. We have tons of fun doing it. I think I saw yesterday, and I missed that too. Kira, Dark Lady Cosplay, she was doing a stream mostly looking at housing stuff. And I was like, oh, houses that I haven't seen before, curses, but then I had to pop up because I was freaking busy. So it's kind of how that goes all the time. I'm always posting timestamp link to your chosen in the Discord where we talk about housing women more influential than yeah, because I don't know, honestly. And maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. Keep it humble and all that. I think housing tours are currently important for the housing community and for getting people excited about housing. Doing an amazing job. Thank you, Mouse. So speaking of housing tours, so where are they? Where are you, Wowkia? Here you go. So they're, Wowkia is one of the many ambassador discords that are participating in Q&A. My Discord channel, it's very private. Well, it's not private. Anyone's welcome to come in, but it's not like, it's not trying to be like an infrastructure. It's not a place. It's just like a sounding board sometimes. And so I applied for the ambassador thing, didn't get in because my Discord channel is, and that's fine. I don't want it to be like this thing to manage because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to get more than one mod. Can't do that. So here's a sample of like some of the questions that they wanted to bring up. And it's important to point out that, this is a housing channel for the most part. And so I imagine that there's only going to be like so many questions that Ian's going to field from the housing perspective, especially ones that are very specific. The only one that I really care about though is the storage budget, because when 12.1 launches, it's going to introduce housing to folks who are not very good at housing, but they're pretty good at downloading codes and applying them. So those folks are going to be introduced into like the whole farming side and collecting side of like, oh, let me buy all these things that the blueprint is telling me. So I'll go to Founders, I'll go to this place, I'll go to that place, and I'll buy stuff. Okay, cool. Now I'll get started. It's going to have what I feel are some negative repercussions for the really hardcore people. And by that, I mean the folks that want to have like 5 really extensive builds all at the same time. Like, yo, I want this really kick-ass horde place, and I want this really kick-ass the other faction place. But in order to do that, they need a crap ton of unique decor that some of it's going to overlap between the two places, of course, but not all of it will. And so in order to even have like these 2 places, okay, like that's going to take up a considerable amount of budget. But what if I want to have like a blueprint that has a totally unique build once again, that has all sorts of different stuff, you know, super kit bash things and all that, and there's just not enough storage for it. And so I think with blueprints coming in, like it's great and everything, I wonder, because I don't think I have a good perspective on this, but I do wonder how much have we crossed the line to where the budget is not enough for the average person. For the hardcore person, it hasn't been enough for a while. But what about the average person? You know, when are they going to reach that point? And, you know, the scenario that I'm talking about, that's already pretty hardcore, having like really big builds like that. But it is a concern, you know, it's something that we should continue to bring up. But to me, that's like the biggest one, because that's what bottlenecks everything. Blizz, we want more racial decor. I'm like, okay, where are we gonna put it? You know, so that's where my biggest concern comes from. So, and that makes a lot of everything else here still important, but to me it's secondary, because, well, how can we do anything without the budget to support it? I just bought 300 launches and question my life choices. You know, and that's why, you know, some of the things that we've talked about in the last week's tier list was, oh, maybe we should be able to refund decor. You know, get some of our coupons back or gold back or whatever currencies, things like that. You know, maybe we can do something like that in order to save on that sort of storage. I know someone talked about, oh, maybe we should be able to pack up our decor into boxes or something like that, and then put it into our banks or whatever. But then we're just moving stuff around. I think things just need to be improved. You know, the store, you know, no matter what, it's still delaying. The storage needs to go up. You know, we're just kind of like thinking of other things that are not the same thing that are trying to be it, but the storage needs to go up. So little story being crafted during the tours and the attention to the details, and in part it's the enthusiasm. I mean, it's a joy seeing all these cool things. It's cool because the housing it's this constant exploration. You know, people can data mine stuff. They can, you know, you go through the story, you spend some time to deconstruct it and analyze and stuff like that, and then you're done. Housing is forever. Housing is this frontier that will never end as long as people want to keep making stuff and show it off. So, try to follow Cottage Wizard. I think she posted a long time ago that something like that she would keep most of her builds on her channel, maybe locked behind patrons due to stealing that they'll be coming with copy paste. I may not remember her sentiments, but this kind of thing may happen. It's going to happen. You know, whether it is, ooh, here's my code and I'm going to share it with just a few people and then it spreads because people will leak it, or someone with a good eye will just be able to look at the deconstruction of what a certain creator has made, replicate it, make a blueprint out of it, slap their name on it, call it theirs, and then sell it themselves. It's gonna happen. And I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything we can do about it, because the solutions to do that would be, it'd be kind of ridiculous. There would need to be like this whole new infrastructure of reporting and security that needs to happen, and it's layers and layers of stuff to add, and I don't think that would be very effective, unfortunately. So, I mean, and like I said, you don't need to necessarily copy a code. You just need to kind of like look at it and be like, oh, let me get the closest approximation, and cool, there we go. Or they tweak it a little bit, they improve it somehow, and make that the room. Now whose is it, right? So kind of tough, but oh well, it is tough. We've already seen people trying to sell someone else's build for someone. Yeah, I mean, are people actually buying it? I don't know. I hope not. And the people that are, I know this sounds kind of awkward too, but if someone's gonna be paying real money or whatever for someone to do things for them, it's their money. In this case, like these kinds of housing stuff, this really doesn't affect anyone. I would make some loose argument that, okay, if there was like some sort of housing competition and then someone copied something and called it theirs, but then that's more like an isolated thing. I don't know. I've had my entire home copied by someone with a good eye, not the best feeling. It's not, but one, it's kind of flattering, like, oh, okay, they really like my build. There's that, not much of a silver lining, but it's something. I'm going to put in my signature into codes and builds. I won't stop people from stealing it though. No, it won't. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but it's going to be a new frontier, and we'll see how people react to it. Is it going to come to a point where like bigger creators are going to feel discouraged from making stuff, knowing that people are going to steal it, call it theirs, they won't feel like they're being credited or whatnot? Especially like imagine this, imagine Mouse puts something out, and and it's awesome and it's cool and all that, and then someone else happens to like copy it brick for brick, and then they put it out on like a YouTube video or something like that, and then that one happens to get more hits. That doesn't feel good, right? That feels really shitty, because then it feels like, oh, they took my work and they reposted it kind of, and then now it's theirs, and now what do I do? What's the recourse for that? At the moment there isn't really, and it just sucks. Best you can do is just get on socials and just try to have public pressure, try to push those people down. That's kind of the best that we can hope for. If they can make it better, then it's awesome. And it just improves the community. Yeah, there's that too. I'm looking at a couple of my builds unless there's someone out there with 20 max level characters that they care about. I mean, if someone wants to copy my QR code, right on. That's cool. If they want to do that. That happened to me before. My channel was small, I couldn't do a thing. It's still up. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because it's the internet, and there's not a lot of recourse for that except to soldier on and just kind of keep going until you can somehow like rise above that, and that's not very encouraging advice, right? But it's all we can do, unfortunately. Now, if someone wants to copy my warband room, room/house, I'll finally be able to work on that tomorrow. See, that's what the Friday streams are for. So I can finally like sit down, play the game, and build houses, or work on my builds. All right, so I'm going to start heading over to the first place. There we go. 24. Oh, okay, Whimsy. Okay, Whimsy Shire is where I'm going. Not Whimsyville, Whimsy Shire. I feel like my writing people are going to iterate on my ideas, but they're not going to have the same execution that they're creative. If it's brick for brick, they're just pathetic and missed the point. I mean, while what we're describing here, it's a reality that's going to happen. I have a feeling, just a feeling, that it's not going to be as widespread as we think. It may not be as bad as what we predict it might be, but of course, bring up the fear. I think we can let fear manage our feedback for a little bit at least. Now, as for how it'll affect here, this channel, I'm going to be very curious what people will do. Are people going to go as far as copy someone else's build and then be like, yo, check out my build, and then I'm going to visit it? And at what point am I going to visit the same house but not because someone copied the whole thing? I don't know. At the moment, I'm not going to really say anything because it hasn't happened yet. I'm just going to kind of react as it goes. And yeah, we'll see what happens. A creator is creating to create art to make money. If creating for pay, then it might not work out. I mean, it's the money aside. It's a lot of it is the acknowledgement. It's like, hey, I made this thing. I'm proud of it. I put my name on it. There it is. It's there for people to see. It happens to have ad revenue attached to it, whatever. But I'd say first and foremost, it's like, yo, that's my thing. Because if they were just going straight for the money, then these people like Mouse or whoever who've established themselves as very skilled creators, they could just advertise themselves and be like, yo, it'll be like 2 million gold if you want me to make this place, and it's going to include this many rooms and blah blah blah, here's the scope, who wants it? And then they'll just make a wait list and then they'll start working. So and then what they'll really do is they'll just copy paste things that they already have put together. Oh, so smart. And then I mean, yep, there you go. They'll just have like pre-built templates, like, yo, here it is. We can get started just like this. Bam. But I also have a feeling the biggest hits that will be part of copy paste is going to mostly include layouts. It's going to reduce, it's going to have the most accessible decor, stuff you can get from founders or vendors, or stuff you can just buy with gold, simple things. It's not going to be like, oh, you got to get like 100 of these crafted things. You're not going to see, I mean, you'll see those, but they're not going to circulate very much. So I wouldn't be surprised if, as I'm doing some visits, I'm going to see similar layouts, like what Mouse is saying. See, they're smart. We're going to see a really nice house. Like, hey, here's this 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath place. It has a certain shape. It has like these little stairs that go up and like these little nooks and carve outs and all that stuff. All of it very accessible. All of it things that people just buy with founder stuff, but it's high quality, dope looking shit. And then those people will fill it out however they like. So I won't be surprised if I start seeing at least a couple of builds where the layout's going to be looking the same, and I'll be like, oh, so this is looks like this is a building Mouse place. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool. That we're gonna see like kind of construction work that might be borrowed or whatever, and then people are people like Mouse and Cottage Wizard and me, just kidding. They'll be able to kind of like make a name to their style, and that'll be kind of neat. But I'm also going to have a careful eye out. I'm going to be like, okay, the layout is awesome, but like the way the furniture and the decor is put out looks pretty newbie over here. Okay. The fact that they're sharing though, I will always appreciate that. They're still sticking their neck out like that, and I always appreciate that. But there's kind of there's gears already going in my head as to what we might expect in this upcoming new generation of housing folk that'll be showing up. So it'll be fun. It'll be kind of fun. But yeah, layouts I think are going to be like the biggest hit. Caves too. You know, by layouts I also mean like, oh, here's this awesome cave that I made. From there, fill it out however you like. You know, it's like here's this cave and it used up like 3,000 budget or something like that. It has this many things and it looks awesome and it includes this and it includes that. And hey, you want extra? I'll include like this really cool windy thing that leads to a skybox room. People love that. So lots of cool things that can happen. So that's my rant, and I should stop. So we can do actual housing business, eh? Music off, recording is on. Ooh, I didn't move anything though. How's my hard drive space? Hard drive space is good enough. Have I seen Project Hail Mary? No, I have not. I want to. It seems very nerdy. And yeah. But I know nothing of it other than it's very science and it has Ryan Gosling. And that's about it. So all right. I think we're holy fuck. Wow. It's a big treasure chest. Anyway, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. All right. Oh, actually, no. There was a request. Please use an inky black. Okay. Done. Oh yeah. All right, folks, this is Moxing's place, although I don't think it's pronounced like that. Is it Moshung? Or, well, I'll go with Moxing. We're over in Razorwind. It's hard to see because it's dark right now. I was asked to use a inky black potion to view the exterior here, and this is a spectacle. Wow, it's like a transformer, but it turned into either a treasure chest or a boombox or both. I mean, we have this massive engineering structure using, I forget what this thing is called, but it's using a lot of them. We even have like a little bit of that light forged branding back here and a place to enjoy ourselves. Wait, why are we looking out? Oh, I know why we're looking out here, because we need to balance our eyeballs after looking at this beast of a view here. This is neat. This is really neat. So, and it's kind of the same structure. So I really like builds where, and I'm kind of the same way with this too, where you take like one thing and then you theme everything around it, and then you just make something kind of like ridiculous, like this, and then you start putting details around it. This does a great job of just creating this really amazing spectacle of I don't know what. I don't know what the heck this is supposed to be. We'll head inside in a bit, but before that, ooh, even the top here is dressed to feel like this, you know, crazy fortress looking thing. I mean, I can kind of tell now, hey, look, blood elf stuff right down there. But it's almost as if like right here in the middle is this ultra turbine destructo thing, or it would be like a chamber where you would go inside and your body would just be annihilated, because I don't know what else a contraption like this would do other than destroy you. Now, like what Hex is saying, this might just be a big old party house too. Boots to boots to boots, you know, it could be something like that. But let's find out. I'm going to turn off Inky Black and we're going to head right inside, okay? Oh no, I'm supposed to use it for the inside too. Okay. Okay, so I actually am supposed to use Inky Black for the inside as well, so prepare yourselves. Actually, nothing changed. Because, I mean, there might be so many bright lights and everything that it's going to be hard to tell much of anything. So I think this is how we came in. I think. I feel like we teleported in like blang like this, and then this is going to be our actual intro inside. So I'm also instructed to go right first. All right. So let's go. Boop. Ooh. So we're greeted by the boss. Hey, boss. And we do have options. We have left, which we're not doing. We have up ahead, and then we have right, which we're going to go down. But didn't expect a cave coming in here. I expected some sort of like almost epileptic shock as soon as we go in. All right, so the ghost of the boss is directing us ahead. Let's get moving. And let's see what we got here. We have like, this is almost like the story of an adventurer who fell. Here's his ghost, and here's like a quest that we pick up. And when he talks about, okay, dude, actually no, I feel like we're in a delve. So like here's like the thing we click on, and then we activate our delve person to do whatever. But our quest is to seek out adventure up ahead. So let's roll. Continue the cave format too. Like I said, I definitely not what I expected from the outside. So we still have collections of different treasures that have been laid down or abandoned. Perhaps they're like their bodies here that are long gone. Never mind, we're outside. How? Okay, somehow at some point we came outside, and what do we have here? It feels like a sort of like depiction that we have here. You know, we have like Lightforged dudes. We have actually no. These dudes are like about to go inside there, right? So there might be like some sort of like monster or something like that. I'm gonna pretend that's a spaceship, right? Spaceship is like ready to like, well, you know, lend some assistance. You got like archers and even like tamed monsters ready to go in. It's like a Lightforged monster that's gonna go in and see what's going on. But should I guess I'll try to look and see what's in there. There is nothing. Okay, so I think that's just meant to be like feels like a diorama sort of shot there. So, all right. So now we're back up here. So that's going on. And hopefully, you know, good luck, adventurers. Don't die too fast. Now, as we climb up here, as we get to the top of the skybox, ooh, we have this very cool shrine. All right, get a little bit closer, and yeah, just all the cool holy stuff. We have this really bright presentation, but at the same time, you know, we have it very, very strongly contrasted with the nighttime room. So it creates this very nice effect. It's very pretty. So are we around the Broken Isles or I'm not sure. Not too sure. So this teleport pad, I presume it would take me like downstairs. But I think that's everything to explore up here. But yeah, note the kind of perspective shots that we have here. Small tree over there, you know, to indicate distance. Same thing here. So this is like the top of like some grand peak. This is a place of significance. As for what kind of significance, I'm pretty sure what's going on is that whatever's in there, right, has red text over their head, which means they're killable and probably lootable. So off they go. That's really all it takes to get the champions of Azeroth to like do anything. Hey, they drop loot. Ah, dude, let's go. Let's roll out. Very neat scene that we have over there, though. Very, very unique. But now we're going to retreat back, and we're going to go to the center area. We'll see where this takes us. It's kind of cool because it has this sort of like this portal kind of feel, thanks to these hunter tables, which I find pretty neat. Now, of course, here is something a little bit different. Now we're going into like this kind of void delvy spot. So here's this dude who's welcoming us over. It's like, oh, welcome to Void Place. You know, here there is also loot to be had. So take your adventures, come on over, have a good time. Maybe you'll get some legendary loots of sorts. Love the glows that are coming from here. It's not very often that I get a chance to go through like this, you know, kind of like darkened hallway, for example, here, and then we get to experience like these deep blues that come from like, you know, this cosmic void color that we see. I usually see purples and like pinks and other heavy colors. Here, again, not very often that I see like these deeper blues. So we have like these neat lighting effects that provide like like different contrast on top of, you know, some other light sources that are here that give a different sort of contrast. So now we have, ooh, check it out. Oh, that's dope. Oh, check it. So here now there's like light forge dudes over there. You also got void dudes. They're all like fighting over there too. But then the void's fighting everybody. So like there's some void ships and they're like pew 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 versus the burning legion because there's loot. Get the loot. That's neat. That's a pretty cool setup that they have there. Oh, they even have Void Ilaria on their side. Oh, these people are screwed. Sorry, guys. Oh wait, no, never mind. Wait. There's the Void Ilaria, and then there's Light Ilaria. Oh, okay. Now it's on. Now it's just drama. It's like, oh my god, she's been split. Watch, bet you, like 12.2 or whatever. We're gonna see two Ilarias down in the coreway or something like that. It's just gonna be weird drama. And this is actually a plausible scenario. Now we are in the void area, so I kind of expect this grand void thing. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, ominous. Now the void thing was cool. Oh, I'm sorry, the light forge thing was cool. The void thing though, really neat. So just like the light area, this is like the sort of altar, and I really like how you have so many of the cosmic colors here, these deep colors, they're really fighting against that gold there. It's like they're doing their best to infect it or corrupt it or something like that. They might be making some headway, but it looks like they might have a long way to go. But that a depiction like that is pretty neat. I like this though here. Again, I think if we stay around this middle area here, this is how we get like a good perspective shot. You know, we can see things like pretty far in the distance. You know, smaller acacias, smaller greens. But I like this mountain. You know, that's what's being depicted there. Now, of course, the top of the mountain is also bubbling, which is kind of frightening. But at the same time, I think it kind of sells that pretty well, as if it's going to erupt and then like void funk is gonna start like raining down and void ash, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here. This is so gross. I have no mask. I gotta I gotta get out of here. I am wearing all white. This is gonna be like terrible. Yeah, really neat setup that we have here though. And like nice little epic stories that I can't make too much fun of. But but they tell itself. I think that's cool. So we're gonna retreat back once again. There's the entrance over there, and now we're directed this way. All right, so why was I told to come here last? Boons, the boons, the boons. Yeah, that's good. I'm still thinking that. Like, what did the outside mean? So we're going through, once again, Hunter Portal kind of thing. Boop. Ah, ooh. Has this really strong, like, kind of a Army of the Light thing, and there's a duck, bird creature. That's kind of neat. It's kind of neat because it has the whole animated look, and so it has this kind of thing of being brought to life. There's the egg. If that didn't really sell it enough, you know, we have this cool bird creature. You're saying it's a phoenix? That would be a good one. A holy phoenix, very plausible. Oh, check out this. Oh, it's the Avengers. Heck yeah, dude. It's the Light Avengers. Oh, we better see an opposite one of this with like void stuff too, because that'd be sick. So there's like Professor X back there because he's like, I'm not frontlining this. Y'all crazy. I'm just gonna be back here. right? Nice. Really nice setup there. And really simple too. You just have your fountain. And then you have like one, two of those wing shaped things back there. And then just a round of statues. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. That's going to take... Okay, so we got some retail signage. Huh. All right. Are we going to like the light club? The light club. Let's go. Yeah, because we got a sign-in thing too. Let's go. Wing. Okay. Not as clubby as I thought it'd be. It's actually... It feels... You know, there's a bit of melancholy here as I come in. Now, it's bright and everything, but maybe it's thanks to the inky black that we have this very high contrast because we have a black floor, which gives it a good contrast. But again, it kind of changes the mood a bit. Great looking bar setup though. Check this out. So what we have here, this is okay. Those are elegant rugs, but then what's the structure down here? Ah, the new barricade. They just flip that thing upside down, and then they put doormats on top to make it nice and pretty. Great looking bar though. I really like these shapes. This is very good. This is like this. It feels like a single piece actually. That's sick. So, okay, the Librum is like kind of ruining my ability to inspect. So, okay, so golden fence. That's what this thing is here. Wow, what a great structure. So that thing is just kind of flipped that way, right? Yeah, it's flipped that way to create like that whole shape. And then what is this up here? This is a fence. Another fence. Okay. So it's, oh, that's it? Wow. Because I really like this. This really feels like one shelf. This is a great shape that they put together. I'm very impressed by this. Ah, it's so clean. Boop. I gotta take a shot of that. And then up here you got your nice bar. Yeah, I did not expect the new Lightforge shapes to be used as something like this. So I'm very surprised. I'm very pleasantly surprised with these presentations. Really good. Yeah, and then we have the priest light well that's over there. Again, like right here, I think is the Librum. That, you know, it's cool and everything, but it just makes inspecting like a big pain in the butt, fortunately, with how that works. But then here's like our little lounge area. They have like this nice little artsy piece that they put together using that. That's really cool. And then here we have like some Titan stuff, but you know, it's more like being used as a countertop. And on top, actually, there's a lot here because you have this plus the fountain that's behind it, you know, to make that kind of new shape. And then this right here, I'm gonna say this is like this crazy jukebox looking thing. This is a lot too. Like, okay, so we have the light well up there. And this is the teleport pad, or okay, it's a console. And then here behind it is the transport pad. Okay, so you have a little bit of that peeking out too. Yeah, really fun. How they took like all these new shapes and then they just made like something else entirely. So here you have like those wings again, the energy focus. There you go. And then there's the barricade again at the bottom. And then what's down here? Okay, that is that shape with the siege breaker. And it's being rotated to like show that piece. That's so cool, dude. I don't know if it's a jukebox or like or if it's supposed to be like kind of like an order hall map. It sort of looks like that too. But I'm gonna say the jukebox. And then we have like this gnarly shape here too. Yeah, a lot of fun. This is very fun. This looks like kind of a face. Like it's meant to be a face of some sort. Or a mask. Like here's like the eyes and here's like a drain eye mouth. Actually this shape here, this rounded part here, it kind of reminds me of a broken drain eye. You know how they have like the thinner faces, they kind of have that lower lip kind of thing. Yeah, kind of reminds me of that. And then up here, music stuff. but not before I look at this thing here, which also looks like a mouth. I wonder if it's meant to be like that, or if it's just like this really fancy kind of fireplace that they have set up there. That looks neat. It definitely looks like a monkey face. All right. Yeah, crazy bar like spot. That's neat. And then we have like more back there. So let's go. Yeah, very clean. Very clean setup. But now, boop. Ooh, okay, things kind of like cut off. Oh, okay, what is this? So this looks like a work in progress of sorts. So like here's like a new thing that they put together. Wait, does it really do that? Huh. I did not know that the Omnium projected light that way. That is very cool. I never put mine out yet. So now that I see this, I wonder what else we can do with something like that. Because as a big structure, it's like, oh, what do I do with this? As a small structure like this, I think this is kind of neat. Oops, sorry. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. Wow. Because I'm seeing the stuff move. So it's got to be animated. You can see how that like pulses and kind of comes together as it gets close to a surface or something like that. Or it just kind of like goes up in the intensity. Yeah, that's neat. This thing became a lot cooler now. All right, so what is out here in this work in progress? So we have a camera going, and we have a lot of Horadric cubes. Wait, it's God, what's the game called? Help. Egbert, Cubert, something like that. Because that's what's screaming at me right now. But then everyone's lined up, and I forgot how Cubert works in the first place. So, oh, check out the. Okay, obviously, you know, it's not going to be a solid piece there, right? But that's neat. It's a neat shape. All right, so I was about Cubert. Okay, awesome. Yeah, interesting. I wonder what they intend with that. Excuse me. All right, so we're retreating back out of the club and into the void stuff. Now, notice that we didn't have diverging paths. It was we go through the light area first, then we go into what might be the void stuff. So let's see what happens as we boop, make our way through. You know, once again, we have like this sort of like branding here. You know, shapes that have been, you know, kit bashed and cobbled together to like make something new. Don't click that because that's a chaos thing. There's going to be more stuff that way. But first, we're going into the Void Club. So what's going on here? Notice how this has been colored too. From the green to this cosmic blue. That's neat. I don't know how they did that actually. But actually, I think it's just a bunch of shrouds. Yeah, I think they took shroud because if I go like between here, you can see how the green still kind of goes through there. But then they used the number of shrouds to darken it up. Clever. All right. Hey, look, another Hello Kitty kind of thing. Or no, actually, no, I don't think it's a Hello Kitty thing. I think it's the cat. All right. A cat with a big electric tail with which to whip anyone into shape. So I think we just have like mostly rugs, and we have these like Mechagon tables mostly that are creating like some of these shapes here. That's neat though. Let me pan back some because there's kind of a lot going on in this other dance floor. Oh yeah, that's cool. Now this is easier to. This felt easier to put together. You know, just darken things up. Here you have your bar area, but then first, what's this? Just like another cool structure that they put together, encased it in a sort of crate, and then they use the World Cup ball as a bottle. Nice. What else do we have here? Yeah, so we have a pretty similar bar setup. Now it's cool. They're taking advantage of, you know, all the cool things that Void stuff has to offer, including the space tables, which are just awesome. I love these tables. They're freaking great. You know, we're used to some of these effects here. They even use like the space table for the beer taps. Nice. So all this happens to be under one gazebo, but then let's go around. Notice how we have stars kind of like going around. It's as if they're vines that are going around like this wall section here and around here. Here's our cool little VIP stuff. We have our auto pouring wine. We have more in that cooler, which I'm not quite, I guess that whole thing is a void cooler. I'm cool with that. Now, what is this here? Now, this again, jukebox. So I think I was right in the previous one, in the lights lounge, that they had a jukebox. And this kind of seems to be one too. This one seems a lot more straightforward though, with what it's trying to communicate to us. The other one, I was just kind of using my imagination for that. So let's kind of go around once again. Here's how we came in. Some rocks up above, but I think that was like something else. Okay, I like the stage here too. These speakers are gnarly as heck. So in this case, you know, we don't have instruments going, but then we'll just have like someone belting out while people are doing their thing. This here has, okay, this does have kind of a similar shape to what we saw in the light lounge. Kind of a phase, but not really. But it's just like a lot of gnarly parts that are put together to create like this one crazy shape. And then here's what looks kind of like a phase two. But in this case, it's keeping our wine chilled for those who enjoy chilled wine, or, you know, some other beverage that happens to be very, very cold. Pretty neat. And then there's, oh, I didn't even look at what's inside here. I'm gonna guess it's another little fridge. Yeah, there we go. So chilled glasses and chilled mugs for beers and whatnot. Very sweet. And then we'll see what's going on behind there too. Yeah, lots of like little unique designs. I mean, it's like easy kit bashing, you know, nothing too crazy. It's just like, oh, this seems to be cool, you know. So it's a lot of little experiments that I think work out pretty well. And then here we have one more altar-like thing with a thing to click. Yes. But it's also, again, it has like the vibe of being a face, and it's kind of creepy in here. It feels very, very cold in this spot. But then maybe I teleport in here too, because I wonder, okay, what is the purpose of that particular room? Well, you know, it's teleporting into the club if we wanted to. Ah. Yeah, I think it's the toilet? Oh, shoot. Can we sit? Hold on. I think you're right. I saw a click. Hold on. Oh, it is. Okay. This is my first pure void. This is the most voidy toilet I have seen. Yes. Wait, does that mean I missed the toilet from the light one? Hold on, we're going back. We've seen most of what we want to see here. I want to go back. I gotta find that thing. Hold on. So, boom. Oh, no. Okay, that was something else. Okay. So, we don't pee here. We don't pee in the light lounge. That's rude. Okay. And then look up. Oh, okay, we even have, okay, we have in the clicky there. Nice. Yeah, really cool designs. Really, really cool experimental stuff happening here. I dig it. Yeah. And again, we don't pee in the yeah, I get it. We don't pee in the light lounge because that's rude. We definitely defecate in the void area because it wants to consume. So, you know, we're consuming beverages and stuff. They want to consume waste. So I get it. I get it. So this here is gnarly as heck. Wow. Like, oh, that's really cool. That's really neat. Oh, I love how that thing pops. So, like what you have here, you just have the Naru, but then you have the fire that is blasting out in front of it. To where you don't see, like, notice how you can barely see the effects here, because other things, it's being sort of clipped. Like, so there's the fire, but then when you go at this angle, you're not going to see it pop because I think there's other decor in the way. And because of that, it makes this, you can see it on the surface, but it doesn't project out from here. And that's how you make that weird looking effect. So it might be possible to take other kinds of decor that are fairly flat. Like you can take like if you took a rug, maybe you can put it in place of that Naru statue and achieve the same sort of effect. That's hella cool though. That's a I've never seen anything like this before. I'm just kind of guessing what it is, but it feels like a trick of the angles here. So you can see how you can see some of it clip, boom, as soon as we get to like that angle. So it's supposed to look like this. This here is a bug, but it's so neat. It's really neat. You're getting snake vibes from it. I mean, yeah, you definitely have that devouring kind of look to it. That's pretty awesome. And we ain't done yet either. So let's go into here. Boop. Oh, wow. And so now what do we have out here? We have a kind of a chapel of sorts. An outdoor chapel, maybe. But also like this. Actually, no, it's a stage of sorts. Yeah, I think this is a stage. Great transition. Nothing too fancy. Just a bunch of rocks that kind of like close up. But as we get closer, we can see like we get close to this stage area. The spotlights are highlighting, I guess, this whole structure here, which is a lot of barricades. So I think it's just here to, no, actually, no, someone's here. Boop, because there's a microphone and everything here. So if I were to like sit, all right, guys. Boop, boop, boop. All right, guys. We're going to be talking about the void today. Oh, the void. Okay. Yeah, the void. It's great. You know, everyone loves the void. You know, it loves to eat things and all that. But, you know, much better than the lights because, say it with me now, the light sucks. That's right. The light sucks. And so now we're going to talk about what's great about the void once again. Please open your little reader things to page 1, and we'll talk about step 1. The void is awesome because the light sucks. Okay, so let's get to it. And then this is a big old lecture thing. This is really pretty. What are these? Okay, those are flowers. Those are Herondor flowers that are lining that. And I think I'm gonna brighten this up now. So let's see what's really going on. Oh, it actually doesn't reveal too much. We just it's already kind of dark out here, but really pretty. Yeah, I like what's going on here. I love the lectures. I feel like I'm gonna be a convert. If there's anyone who still doubts the void, please come here so I can have this this void moon maw thing devour you, and we can move on to our next part of the lecture. Yeah, this is neat. That is neat. I'm gonna do a quick jog through now that we have the Incube Blacks off, just to get a glance, because I think we've seen all the rooms, right? Yeah, so we can see here that the colors, of course, they're not popping as deep. There's a face on the wall on the light side. Okay, so there is a face on the wall on the light side. Okay. So which one did I not look at? On you. Oh. Ah, this one right here. Ah. Now that, oh, I like how that comes together. That's a cool mask. Now this one, this is a more complete thing of the Lightforge tank looking guy. But the fact that it just does that, this totally looks like one of those Michael Bay Transformer faces. That's what I'm getting at this. And so under that context, this looks way less attractive. But from a Warcraft context, this is still really cool. very unique shaping, and kit bashing, to make like these brand new things. Like the whole mask concept throughout a lot of these throughout these two builds, really neat, really really neat. Yeah, so thanks for showing us your place, dude. Awesome, awesome look. Totally not what I expected from the outside. I was imagining like so much technological stuff. So I'm glad that I was thrown for a loop there. But yeah, thank you again, dude. All right. So let's go to Valeri's place next. This is, I believe, the Horizon, someone from the Horizon Guild, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, so, okay, nice. How's that for a good memory? Gotta give myself a little pat on the back there. All right. Okay, yeah, I totally pronounced his name wrong. I said Moxing. It's totally not that. Just because it's just because the tune they were on, their name was Zhangfa. Okay. Anyway. Anyway. All right, folks, this is Valeri's place. Now we're over at Founders, and this place, it feels a little private, but we have this very dolled up entrance as we make our way, just to the, just as we get to like the gates, very heavily dressed in cherry blossoms, and it's framing the skinned house here. But let's take a look at it from the outside first. So quite a few of these items have been used to, dress the front of the area here. We have a lot of natural greens as well as statues. We'll take a look at that. That are helping to round things out. That is, we've been there. That's the seizure-inducing house, if I recall correctly. Next to it, though, feels like kind of an eye bleach sort of thing. Let's make our way inside, though. Safe from that house. That house was wild, by the way. But as we go in here, let's go across the paving stones right through here. Lots and lots of greens. And again, one of the big things about like this sort of house is that it lets the builder decide, you know what, I'm just going to focus on the outside here so I can have like more kinds of decor out. And you can kind of see it reflected here. Lots of big pieces, big statues, lots of extra greens. The Birdo over there, they have their own little shelter, which is great. Going around here, again, heavy greens, big acacias that help to really enclose the space. So I would say, like, from above, it's going to look like this really dense build, because it's like coated in all sorts of stuff, all sorts of colors, mostly green colors, but you know what I mean. They are also requesting that I use inky black here too. Did they say that? Because I don't see it on the notes here. Just outside. Okay. Boop. All right, so here it is kind of again with the inky blacks fully on. So from this, now you can kind of see where the lights are popping. For example, here and here, we have these founders lights that have been put in. So it really makes some of these pieces pop. Now, of course, there are quite a few restrictions that come from lighting. There's only so much you can really get out of it. But then when you can see things, it pops off pretty hard. So let's go out here real quick. And then you can see the entrance going inside. Really nice. The only thing that kind of brings me out, and it's no one's fault, the animated leaves, petals, I'm sorry, they don't obey lighting at all. So it kind of like hey, Blizz, can we do something about that? I'm not sure, but boy, it'd be nice if they can manage something like that. So of course we also have to go upstairs. We got to see what is inside the spot. Usually these places are fairly sparse in here, so we do have like some stuff out here. And again, pretty sparse. They just have like kind of minimal stuff, kind of like these places are being used as either restful spots or little storage areas. Both work. And notice too, like how it's pretty dark here outside of the windows that are being used. So, not a big high traffic spot that they're using here. So we're gonna just drop back down. I like this though. I think this is dressed very, very nicely, as well as the entrance. Places where it makes sense, and the lighting pops off really good. But now, let's go inside. All right, so there are no notes. It is all mystery from here. I'm going to presume no secrets, or at least, we'll keep an eye out and everything. All right. The statue atop the fountain is of my great granddad, Archdruid Engelbert Shrinky Dink. Wow. What a man. What a man he is. But yeah, we come in to like this collection of stuff. So we have like lots of placements right away, including the statue. We turn around and, ooh, this entrance is quite dressed. We have a very tinted set of walls. We have a number of elven things that are helping to create this door, from the tables to the benches to the trellis back there. Really pretty. Lay our stuff down, hang some stuff up, and in we go. Clock, 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 because we're now on this kind of like marbled floor. And first thing I want to do is like just kind of chill for a second. Like, oh, hold on. Behind us, we have the easiest window illusions you can almost get away with. Windows and then paintings in the back. The colors, they help to make it pop, and at least if you don't take too long of a glance, then it's like, oh, okay, cool, it's outside. Yeah, it's outside. Let's move on. Fun stuff with the fountain plus the trains. 2 trains, I should say. And then we have like a couple of like these sorts of like corner set pieces. So for example, like this right here, I'm setting off lots of incense. I feel bad for the bird being so close to it, but oh well. But then also note the gradients that are coming back here. So it has that sort of like sunset kind of feel. Now, as for the color of the light, it looks very white. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what sort of light it is back there. It looks yellow, actually. I think it's a yellow light. It just happens to look white with how it's reflecting off of this colored rug. So we're invited to go that way, or that way, or that way. So troll stuff, maybe. Foresty stuff. Kids' room. We're going to the kids' room, I think. First off, though, again, different corners with different themes. Here we have like what is otherwise a place to like just kind of chill and relax. We can enjoy all the drain ice stuff back here. And there's this Nari here who's just like blasted. Like they smoke too much, and now they're just hiding behind the thing, being like, I can't let anyone see me right now. I can't do this. But then, dude, you're like a representative of the light. Do I look like a representative right now? I'm all purpled up. I smoke too much. It's gonna be hours until I become like yellow again, dude. So you just gotta leave me alone. It's like, dude, no, you just need to stop doing the purple stuff so that way you stop being purple. Like, we can't talk about this right now. I just can't. I'm just gonna stay here. Just don't tell anyone I'm here. All right. I'm just gonna do my thing. And then our response is, well, you're like jingling right now. You sound like a damn wind chime. You always sound like a wind chime. He's like, oh my God. So we just gotta take him away somewhere. So we gotta hide him. Hide the dude. And there are kids here. My God, no, there are children here. And here you are with your bong, just kind of doing your thing. Oh, God. Sad, sad, sad. Anyway, maybe this is a kid's room, or maybe it's just kind of an artist nook. So maybe I'm prejudging. Okay. But what we have here are these nice artsy depictions like, oh, these Murgles are in love. That's awesome. Or, oh, look at this one. This one's been decapitated and mummified and it's all white and bleached out. Oh, but what else do we have? We have like all sorts of artistry stuff to like get started with new works, completed works. It's fun. It's festive. It's very darling and cute. Oh, they even filled with that toolbox too, just to make sure. You know, because you have like again these kind of 3D sorts of paintings or whatnot, and so you got to shape them and like do cool things with it too. Make all that stuff pop. Yeah, neat. All right, so we'll go through past the other paintings. Okay, they are. I'm surprised that it's even up there. I'm surprised that it's not. Remember early generation housing, folks, where we would see like these in like a trash can. I'd seen them in a fireplace. People have gotten more inventive. There are newer techniques people have thought of to display their hatred of whoever is in a painting. But now into this library. Actually, I'm sorry. We're greeted into this library by that guy over there. He's like, "Hey, you, address me before you appreciate the rest of my room." Like, okay, buddy. So what's your name? John. Oh, okay, John. I'm gonna be here for a bit. I'm just gonna be looking around. Look at me, John says. I'm like, okay, buddy. I'm just gonna look around. You know, you don't gotta like throw books at me or anything like that. Like I just walked in, so let's keep it chill. We keep it very chill. What I like is that, you know, this book here is just this, right? But then they use the Forsaken banner to be like, no, we're gonna Super Saiyan this thing. This is nothing. Here's like their normal form, and then now here's like, I don't know, Super Saiyan Bankai form, whatever. It's all dolled up now, straight up HD even. So very neat stuff, John. All right, so we're in the library. Very worky spots. Folks are toiling away under the under the bright, scary eyes of John over there. I don't know if I can go behind that. I don't think so. Yeah, doesn't seem to be a thing. But a very one of the coolest fireplaces I've seen, I gotta say. It's because the fireplace has a name. Its name is John. All right. So let's slip this way and into more. Okay, no, it's a bedroom. Ah. So next to the library, private quarters. They got their full, full dresser plus vanity. You got a place for pets to chill and hang out, and otherwise we can all sit together. Oh, more pet beds there too. Really nice dressing that we have out here with the intended rock faces there. So it kind of tells me diorama more than anything. Really nice though. That begs to be a secret. So we'll go there in just a bit. Notice how we have like these like kind of minimal placement of greens, but then we have some over the fireplace. We have some stuff in that pot, so great stuff there. Adding a little bit of color on top of these Bellameth purples. Here we have this kind of like awkward, kind of like, okay, we can sort of make our way into the bathroom here. We have our mat for like putting down our wet stuff, like our toothbrushes or whatever, if that's kind of your thing. Here is the loo with a step thing on it too. Ah, nice. Nice and comfortable because yeah, my legs would definitely dangle otherwise. Nice tech on the tank there. Very cool. And let's get into the oh, interesting. Okay, this is a very interesting tub and shower because the shower is right here, right? And it even has a little Murgle slide. That's pretty sick. So here we are. Here's our waterfall shower. Here's the tub. Now, here's the thing. What if I'm like, okay, I'm going to get into the tub. So, boom, I'm soaking. And then my partner is like, okay, I'm going to get into the shower. And I'll be like, wait, what? So they walk in, they get into the shower, they start doing their thing. There is water now, just kind of very lightly splashing on my face, right? Because they're doing their thing, whatever, and I could watch. Hey, that's a nice show, but it's like you're getting water on you too, and I think I would be annoyed. I don't know. Maybe, maybe, maybe if this, maybe if the water, maybe if the shower came down like with a different sort of texture, I would have a different impression. But that's kind of what I'm getting right now. I'm like, yo, this stuff is gonna get on me. I'm trying to read here, trying to enjoy my wine, and now your water is getting into my wine. Sorry, babe. I'm gonna step out while you do your thing, and then we can chill in the tub together. How about that? Is that cool? A really unique setup there. All right. So we're back here in the bedroom. Someone said pet the puppy. I can't click on it, but then I would pet him, of course. But yeah, beyond these bookshelves is not fell stuff. No, it's something much more pleasant than that. Oh, wow, check it out. There's like a whole party out here, dude. It's a secret Murgle party. Oh, everyone's partying, having a good time. Yo, this dude is getting blasted. I bet the Naru in there is like so pissed. How come I can't go out there? Dude, you're a representative of the light. You gotta have a good face on you. But then all these dudes are getting smashed. Check it out. Like here's like, is it like a birthday party? And this is wait, what is this the birthday boy? If that's the birthday boy or girl, they're like off by themselves. Like, yo, dude, let's hang out. Let's see what's good. These other folks, everyone's enjoying stuff. Like he's having pie, he's having mushrooms and all that. It's all good. Yeah, so like come over, hang out. Everyone's vibing, dude. Oh, dude, there's a little one. Oh, look at that. That one's in the disguise. Heck yeah, dude. This is the most mischievous one of them all. Look at him. Look at him. It just looks like they're about to start fires. So anyway, let's look at the other party goers real quick. We need 3 Murgles to hold down 1 kite. So do your best, buddies. Here's the smart ones that are somehow being total Zen masters. They're having their drinks and all that, but they're still able to like play a game in the middle of all this craziness and all that here. This one is so far gone. They're straight up eating their food. So Reptar's like, hey, dude. And this Murgle's like, you're just going nuts on it. And then the puppy here's like, I'm not having this. No way. I can't. I just can't. This is like too much. I'm just going to stay in my little house while everyone just does their thing. And then hopefully tonight I'll come out and I'll get a quick bite to eat and then I'll go back to bed. So total introvert puppy. That's me. That's me right there. There are shenanigans happening in the bathroom. Oh boy. So yeah. Something's happening there. Something's about to happen in here. It's like, I mean, would you trust that? Would you trust this Virgil to not fall in? They're almost there. So, dude, everyone here is getting in trouble. Okay, these 2 are cool. Like they're off doing their own thing. Do it. These dudes are about to cause even more trouble, mess up with the laundry and all that. And then, okay, here's like a kind of introverted Snuffle. Like they're kind of by themselves. Oh, poor guy. Are they the only Snuffle here? Oh no. I hope they're getting along with everyone. All right. So what's going on here? These guys are, I think they're just roughhousing, right? They're either roughhousing or they're about to murder that dude and just smash him against a rock. That is taking it extremely far. These guys just came in. You know, this dude was dragging them in. It's like, hey, what's up, guys? And like they just kind of barreled through, just kind of crashing through everything. It's, oh, hey, what's up, guys? I brought my friend, the lion dude. Hey, guys. Hope everyone's having a good time. I'm here to play too. Oh, there's some crazy. Okay, there's a crazy move that's gonna happen here. They're gonna do that. That Void Miracle is gonna smash so hard. This dude might get hurt. I love the stories that are coming out of this dude. Like nice little things going on. See, this Murgle is teaching that Murgle how to hunt for the fish. So it's like, okay, you stay perfectly still, right? And then when it gets close, you just, just real quick, all right? Can you do it, Murgle? Can you do it? And then he's like, yeah, sure. But then this one will probably disrupt it. Like they'll probably yell and oh, here we go. Here's our chance. And oh, it just flew. It just went right into its mouth. Okay, so that was a freebie. That was such a freebie. Oh, even more have arrived. This one came from freaking underground. So these guys barreled in. These guys just kind of, just kind of bursted in. Oh, that's crazy. This is a crazy party room. Oh no, those guys are. Oh Jesus, dude. Okay, these guys are clearly not welcome. Which makes me wonder about like that dude over there. Like he was like all by himself. So maybe he was like, or maybe they were tied up and this one's gonna free them. Yes. They're gonna free them so that way everyone's gonna have a good time, right? Maybe. Now this one is I don't know. Did they put this thing here? Are they carrying it over? Are they showing off their extreme strength? Perhaps. That could be it. Huh. And then this guy's still drinking. He hasn't moved this whole time. Hell of a party out here, dude. What a party. Who's not invited? The Naru. Oh boy. Feel bad for the Naru. The Naru's just going to whine, and then John's going to be like, dude, just shut up. Look at me. I can't move at all. At least you guys can kind of move. Not me. Sheesh. No one brings me anything. Everyone's just scared of me. Because he's a big skull. Because that's pretty damn scary. All right. So we're retreating back into the library-ish kind of area. That was the artsy stuff. I think we're kind of meeting back towards the middle here. So yeah, so now we got into like the different wing. This one is all about the Arakoa. And from there we have a path that goes all the way down and that way too. So let's go this way. We'll see how this goes. And we enter a cake place, kind of. It's not very retail-y, but it is a very grand kitchen. Here, let me make my way around. Very unique layout that we have here. We go in, we come back around, and now we enter the kitchen area. Check out the kind of color contrast that we have here. We have like these deep, almost venthier reds on top of the whites. So you have like this pretty unique looking color scheme here. I don't think I've seen a color scheme quite like this before, because here we have like the studs that are being colored that way. The rest is pretty white by comparison. So here we have like this kit bash stove. It's actually just using the back of this fireplace as the rear, or as like kind of the wall area here. Here you can see like the rest of the fireplace there, and then you have your nice little kit bashed oven. This one looks like a crate. Yeah, it's that crate, plus mirror, plus some mortar on fencing as the grills. Convincing. Nice. Love the cake, by the way. really makes me want cake. I'm getting quite hungry already. It's only like 10 o'clock. Nice and easy fridge too. A lot of folks like using this style too, where they take the beam and then another beam on top of it to act as like a big door. That's been pretty popular. Yeah, great stuff. Everything's all spread out. We get our coffee, slurp, slurp. We'll come back around and see. Okay, so the prep table is back here. There was some more up there too with the stove, but we have some prep up here, as well as most of what would be probably like a pantry area. And otherwise, big spread of food across 3 Freywood tables. Check out the placement, the placemats. They're using elegant rugs for that. Very popular piece. Like I definitely recommend, if you haven't gone through the promos to get these, if you can still get them, definitely do it. They're so worth it. They're pretty easy on the gold cost, and from there you can adapt those for like all sorts of things. So they're great pieces to use. That's going to take us further back, so I think we're going to go this way now. So far, the layout seems pretty easy to navigate. We're having a pretty good time going through. So here happens to be where, oh, it's an extension of the kitchen, sort of. Because now we have like our place to like wash stuff and store things. Interesting that there is a second sink around here and the pantry that goes around here. So I guess here is, it's kind of an interesting layout because you have like the kitchen there, you have the fancy dining stuff here. Over on this end though, you just have like this smaller table for, it's like, okay, guests aren't here. It's just gonna be like me and my partner or whoever, and then we're just gonna like, you know, whip ourselves like a quick dinner or something like that. You know, nothing crazy. But it's definitely equipped for like big parties and stuff. So I think the folks who live here, they party more often than not. But when they don't, it's not like they're going to use like the big table. They're just going to make sure all that stuff's clean. They have like the AI that's doing all that stuff. Meanwhile, they'll eat here or enjoy themselves, enjoy a meal like right down here while they just breathe, relax, decompress behind this window here. So nice and easy setup. Again, very unique layout. All right, so let's go into the bathroom, attached bathroom here. So for having constant guests, or what seems to be constant guests, ooh, this bathroom does some work. So it's better be constantly clean, very well maintained. Yeah, nice easy stuff with the vanity and all that. All right. So we're gonna head back into the kitchen dining area. Here we are once again. Very, very pretty. And we'll progress forward through this hallway of greens, and into, what do we have here on the side? Oh, the outside. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go here first. Here we have a wine bar. Nice. It's a very full wine bar. So here's the wine bar for, I mean, we saw who was in here. It was a gnome person, so I'm guessing it's their chair. So I'll say here. I don't want to be rude and all that. Oh, look at that! You even have like some stuff set for me. Thanks, buddy. So nice, very filled out wine bar. Includes coffee. So my hope is that they're also doing like some hard drinks, including some coffee. It's actually not really my flavor. I'm not a fan of like Irish coffee and stuff like that, even though I love coffee. I just like it straight, you know. But it's very accommodating for those who want to enjoy that sort of spicy flavor in their coffee. Really nice setup here. And I like that little flavor. That's for the boss right there. Let's see if there's anything behind the bar here. Because note the view, you know, like, so here we are. We're at the bar. It has this kind of like bright, airy feel to it. Now, keep in mind, we are in a nighttime room. So, of course, if it was like day drinking, like, sure, whatever. But I think they wanted to pull off a more nighttime vibe with something like this. What's slightly unfortunate though is that the shelves here, they kind of prevent us from really enjoying like the outside area. You know, it's not very loungy, but we're about to go outside and, you know, explore some more. Because like, what if I want to be like, yo, let me grab a drink, boom, and then I want to like take a walk outside. So here we go. We do have the option. It looks like people haven't been back here in a while because there's lots of lots of growth here. But the illusions and everything being set up as like this kind of like back area, on point. I mean, this is great looking, dude. Really, really pretty. So, oh, and then there's the boss. Wait, that's a different boss. Hold on. That was, wait. Well, I don't know what the gnome person is, but I guess I'm gonna chill here now. And you have a huge bong with you, or sorry, you have a huge hookah and a big wine. Okay, okay. So I think this is where. So I think they're the ones who are influencing the Naru over there. See, they nodded their head. Okay, I think we nailed it. I think we figured out and solved just who it is that's causing like a little bit of trouble here. I mean, we had the Murgle party. They're going nuts. They're flipping out, doing all sorts of activities. That Naru is just crashed, and then this person, they're just enjoying all the madness that they have wrought, which means this person is Zalatath. Got him. Got him. I mean, if they don't mind sharing some of the wine, I think they've got plenty. I don't mind being influenced, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't think it is Altath because this person's wearing shoes. So maybe not. Acolyte of Zalatath, I'll take that. Yeah, that sounds quite plausible. I think we've nailed that. Yeah, great view out here. Really, really nice. So it's like once we get our fill and we want to take a walk outside, or if we want to just enjoy our drinks on the outside, cool. Just come out here, relax. We even have like kind of a hot spring if we really wanted to, like if like let's just say if she and I are like, we have plenty of drinks and like, yo, you want to go for a dip? And she's like, are you stupid? Get out of here. I'm like, okay, sorry. And then I'll go back. So, but a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I like how they, gave us that sort of access, and they dressed it up too. I felt rewarded for going back there for like a little extra. So we will retreat back to one of the main rooms now. So I think we're going back here, and then we can hang a right and take ourselves a little further. All right. So, what do we have in this room? Oh, some very unique setups here. So we have a captured. Well, I don't know if it's a captured blood elf, but it's definitely preserved. I like how the light's bouncing off of here, though. We have some subtle lights coming from these windows here. I don't think the prison presents its own light or anything like that. Uh, but yeah, I like what's going on here. It feels like some sort of corruption might be happening, or not. In this case, just going back to like a regular old house. Of course, we've got to grow stuff somewhere, and I feel like we're getting closer to where some of the stuff comes from. Check out another big hookah right here. Bad influence. Oh, look at that Nard. See, yeah, this Nard's like, I'm just chilling now, buddy. I'm not smoking anything. I'm just getting that contact high. So this guy is just a lush. He's just like, nah, I'm not doing nothing, dude. I ain't done nothing. Look at you though, you're purple. Come on, man, get it together. How are you gonna show yourself in front of your people? All right, so we can go that way. We can go up. I think I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go check out that kind of rugged troll area afterwards. So let's go this way. Now, it's like such a great mix of colors we're seeing here. and very, very different vibes. So here is someone else again. I don't know if these are like the same people or if they're just, or if it's like folks who are showing up to help out. But yeah, hello. You look normal so far. So it's just okay. Yo, man, this influence is everywhere. Oh boy, I'm being very encouraged to imbibe. But let's gonna move on for now. We'll climb down into this luau. I'm gonna kind of think of it as it has that sort of vibe. Here I am. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some stuff, have a seat, enjoy the show. That would be like down here, something like that. You got 5 rows of dancers completing the little skirts and coconut bras and all that stuff, and they're doing their thing. Luau's are fun, full of lots of food, by the way. Yeah, lots of fun that we're getting out here. Also includes a hot tub. So we've got like this place to enjoy ourselves up here too. Enjoy some of the entertainment down below. There could be like some awesome music going, some singers. We could put on like animal shows or what have you. Yeah, very festive area out here, except for this guy. This guy is like, yeah, I'm a tree too, Mon. And we're like, yo, you're not a tree. Look, yeah, yeah, look, I got leaves and everything. Oh, those are feathers, buddy. And you look nothing like the pine tree that you're standing next to. Yeah, I'm still a tree. Very much a tree. Woo-hoo. Yeah, so this dude is out of place. He's trying to break in, trying to crash the party. And then down here, little picnicky stuff. Very cute. Yeah, we're just missing the buried pig. Oh man, that'd be so good. That would be awesome. But yeah, great spot out here. Very bright, very festive feeling. Interesting too that, when we come out, huge trellis. We have this huge, huge structure that we climb into. That's wild. All right. So back into the lavender room. Lavender plus green. So again, we're going to go back to here and then cross over, but I think I want to see what's going on in this troll area first, in this L-shaped room. So we just have a lot of different depictions. Actually, this is all it is. We just have a lot of different depictions of troll stuff here. Always clean, always fun. We have and we do have distinctions too. We have Zandalari stuff right here. Of course, we have the more numerous Amani stuff that's close by here as well. But yeah, fun mix. Yeah, nice little haven't forgot about you kind of L-shaped room. All right. So from the lavender room, we cross over into what could be a library because we have a lot of books that we just like check back in. It's like someone was away for like years and years and years, and then they finally come back. It's like, okay, here I'm here to return my books, and it's just upended a whole wheelbarrow full of stuff. It's like, oh, okay, great, thanks. That's awesome. You've had these books for like 6 or 7 years now, but here you are. All right. Or it's like a Barnes kind of feel because I can make myself some coffee, enjoy myself, grab a couple of books off the shelf, sit down, enjoy some of my drinks, have a read and all that. And if I want to take some home, then maybe I'll buy something. But definitely a bookie lounge that we have here. Space for everyone. Lots of like little private spots for us to like hang out and enjoy something quietly on our own. Yeah, this is great. Love the not so messy of a feel. But it's not like just bookshelf, bookshelf, bookshelf. You have placements. You have things that are like kind of scattered around, thoughtfully put in to fill out these spaces here. It was a great job. Gaming on the side over here, but which I'm sure like these folks might sometimes be annoyed if people are like walking through. So let's see what is up here. Some place to sit in a big flower box. Numerous what banners are these? Are these like torn banners? Yeah, torn banners. Are lining the area. There's like 4 of them I think I saw. So perhaps they're also a fan of torn. But I haven't seen any yet. I've seen an elf, I've seen a gnome, I've seen a human, but no torn, at least not yet. And then finally over here we have like one more relaxing spot. No books around here, but there is wine. We are rewarded with like more drinks. Heck yeah. Fun. All right. I think I've seen everything. Unless there was like a hidden room or another hidden room, I think I've seen every room here. I did see it. Awesome. Awesome. Great place, dude. There are a lot of like small details that I sort of overlook, like, you know, the placement of greens and certain other small decor and everything. But yeah, huge place. So much spectacle to look at. But I really love that party room. The outdoor party room, that was sick. That was so much fun. So thank you again for showing us your place. Appreciate it. Yay. Poor Naru though. Poor Naru got problems. But it's kind of how it goes sometimes, man. Sometimes you get started and an addiction. It really like puts your claws in you. Gotta be careful. All right. Let's go to Rainbow Wise. Place. Oh, wait. What happened? So, is that the right one? Well, it's the only house, so. But it's a different address, so hopefully nothing weird happened there. Josh back. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see. I think I'm good on beverages. Whew, okay. Like, it's not as hot as it was yesterday, but man, it's been wearing at the stamina for sure. All right, folks, this is Rainbow Wise's place. We're over in Founders, and ooh, look at this. So they did something to the Shopskin house. Oh, they added quite a bit to this, I think. Yeah, there's a lot that happened here. So let's slowly take a look at what we might have. So the house has been raised to a certain extent. You know, we have rocks that are creating like this new rise. You can see where the stairs start here. So like here, right here is the actual bottom of the house. So it's been raised a good number of feet because we still have our entrance and everything. And what they did, kind of unfortunate that some of the trees are kind of like lowered a little bit, but they took these trees and they used them as roots. So we have the bottom of them and, you know, made it as if, you know, it's all built in. That's very cool. I really like that. So they even made sure to add some detail under here for like these kinds of like pillars or what are basically fountains that are helping to support the elevation of this treehouse. So yeah, crazy skinning happening here. Yeah, you can see like there's even the gazebo in the back there for like kind of a back door area, but I think that might allow us to explore what's under there too. Yeah, very, very dressed down there. But what about up here? Did they add more up here? They did not. It looks like they added nothing here. So it's all about the front area here. Yeah, really great. Great skinning that they did here. So let's go around now. Big greens, obscuring most of the clip down here. We got ones. Okay, Sassy Dragon is on guard duty this time. Yeah, she's ready to just take that thing and just chuck that one-handed and just nail anyone who's coming close. All right, so here's the back of the house that I was talking about. We might be able to explore like a little bit of what's under the tree or under the house. Yeah, because here we are. And when you are awarded with this little spring, this small underground spring here. Very charming. I am taken aback from this. That's cute. All right, so we go around and, again, more and more greens, rocks, great dressing that we have around here. Yeah, so great job setting this up. I like the door though. The door is like screaming at me. So we have like I forget the name of these, but we basically have the spring window, but also that one structure from the ethereals that's given us that additional lighting effect. That's cool. That's really cool. Now let's go inside. All right, according to the notes, this is a Japanese style house with many hidden rooms and secret pathways to far off lands. So look for levers. Is it a Japanese style house? I was wondering about this because the address that that I was given is not the same address that we teleported to, and I also did not see a second house. So we'll see if this happens to be the right house. If not, well, we'll just enjoy what we have anyway. So as soon as we come in, I can't close that. That's not the thing. But we are invited to disarm, bring down our weapons and everything. And as we first come in, we have this hard separator here, right? We have the horde side and the other side. All right. So we're starting kind of from the outside here. Oh, it's as if we're depicting like an outside area. But let's go in here first. I'm going to check out the horde side, see what's good. And yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be what we think it is. Oops. Sorry. I just want to make sure one more time that we're at the right place. Yep, that's the this is the one place that I can go to. All right. And who knows, we might see it elsewhere. So we're going through what is considered the horde area. So I'm counting on some strong faction identity. I'm counting on like some reds. I'm counting on rugged furniture of sorts. And I think that's the Japanese style house there. So yeah, this is, I wonder if it's a, part of me thinks it might be a partial project house, but we'll do our best to navigate through. All right. So again, rugged looks on this side. And then we have like this curious climb, which takes us outside. And out here we have like the beginnings of what could be like this sort of depiction of, well, not exactly Suramar City, because we don't have like these same kinds of colors, but we do have like this complete looking town setup. Okay, not a complete looking town, but we have the beginnings of a town being built, complete with, oh, that's dope. Check it out. Check out that depiction there. Yeah, that poor little boat that's navigating these troubled waters. That looks really sick. That seems pretty darn cool. All right. Now we're definitely looking at this from a project home kind of standpoint, and I hope that again, I hope that we're looking at the right place because this is our only choice here. So we're going to kind of wind around to the alliance side, I think. So we'll make our way backwards. All right. So here we are on this side. We go through and, you know, like I said, you know, we can expect like some different sorts of colors that come together to help represent the alliance side. Strong branding here and there. But I have a feeling that is not what we'll end up really seeing in this build. It might be somewhere there. All right, so we'll continue to make our way around to check out these corners. There's another outdoor area. Let's see what's out here. What do we have? We have some illusions that are being set up. We have some climbs that are kind of on the way. I almost feel kind of bad because we're seeing like what is definitely like a work in progress of sorts, but really pretty setup here. Like this looks like it's going to be like this sort of like underground cavern or spring or whatnot inside this outdoor room. And through here, I don't know if this is a secret or not. Not really. That's going to take us a little bit of what's out there. All right. So I think I'm going to try to make my way back if I can find it. Nope, that was the wrong way. That was the wrong way. We're going to go this way instead. There we go. All right. So now we'll see what's going on here, which I'm not quite sure. I don't know if can I make my way around here and find what this place is, because yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it. So what's this here? Is this what we were looking at before? No. This was actually, this is a different room. No, it's not a different room. Oh, because I climbed up that way. That's how I got up there. Okay. Wild. And then here, I guess, is the room. Okay. And oh boy, am I in Diagon Alley all of a sudden? Wait, I think I've seen this place before. I've seen parts of these places before, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay, I have not been to this particular build before, I don't think. But it looks kind of familiar. Like here's like, okay, that's a cake store, not the wand store. And then that wasn't anything either. Well, poop. All right. Well, unfortunately, wow, I think this turned out to be like the first error. my first errored house ever. Oh, bummer. I was really looking forward to seeing the other build. So yeah, so I don't know what happened with the. I think what might have happened is that their house was, you know, the house that they do want me to see. It might have been packed up or something. So I'm just gonna, you know, throw something out there. You know, whatever neighborhood they were in, they were kicked out or they left or something like that, and they haven't redeployed their house. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, because I'm pretty sure that this isn't what they wanted to show us. Bummer. Bummer. So I'll make sure to contact them later. You know, see if we can recover this and try to get to like the right house, because you know there's definitely stuff that's being worked on here. It's just not done, or it's pretty clear that this is not the place that they wanted to show us today. Darn. But the outside was cool. Right? The outside looked pretty neat. Yeah, I think it'll be great once they put it together. So, well, fiddlesticks. So I will mark that for like later. And I'll try to get. Yeah. I'll talk with them and we'll figure something out. Hello, cow. All right, so we're going to Sully's place next. All right. Yeah, it might be you. You're next in line. And I'll be right back. Right. Can someone send me the energy to clean in real life? Send you the energy? Like order your DoorDash or something? That'd be a thing. All right. All right. So I didn't have notes for this one. That's okay. All right, folks, this is Sully's place. Now we're over in Razorwind. Presented to us is, ooh, boy, that's a lot of structure up there. So someone in this blood up house, at least from out here, we can see already like multiple fountains being used as like toppers. Oh, there's even more of the, holy moly. That's wait, I gotta see this thing from like a greater distance, I feel like. Wow, dude. That is something else. That is huge. This is a huge presentation. Holy cow. Now this is big elf energy right here. Let's head inside the lot. And across these, oh, brown stones. Brown paving stones. That's actually kind of pleasant. So over here is the actual entrance to the house, behind these drapes. Nicely dressed up with these Suramar windows that's acting as a door. And I just noticed we're under the light gazebo kind of thing. All right, so let's walk. We're going to stay at this point of view just to kind of like get that sense of scale and structure here, because this place is massive. Absolutely massive. So not only do we have the house, we have like a whole encampment as well. So if we had like NPCs or other folks who were here, they would populate. What are we doing? We're partying or we're arming up for war or something like that. I mean, it's a big enough spot that you can have like all these different areas, such as a place to arm up, do practices and things like that. Back here, we still managed to have like a little spattering of greens here and there, to sort, to just make it seem like they did something in the back area of the house. And then as we go back across, cherry blossoms, stables for the animals. We get back to the paving stones at these big, big greens. And that helps too. When you're using your budget on so many things, big greens such as the Duskwoods, they do a really good job. Because even when they are big, they're not awkwardly big. There's some things, there's some plant objects that just kind of look weird when they're made too big. Things like hostas, as well as these Duskwoods, they seem mostly fine. So I think we're okay. All right, so let's go up because there's a lot up here too, dude. Jeez, man. So up here we have like these sorts of presentations. Toppers, basically, for these domes. So lots of fountain work being used. You can see the folio up there as well being used as a topper. And on top of that spire area, you get again have one of those fountains being used. And of course you have a dude that's just chilling as well. Really neat. Really filled out too. I also like the added effect of using some of these other floating objects that are just, they could just be there, but they're almost designed to float as well. Yeah, so notice how here you have, check out how the fountain work is being done here. Here you have a spire, but you have this upside down fountain that's snaking around this tower, and it fits. So there's like one that's going down there, and then this other one that is going up. Very cool. Very cool effect that they managed to put together there. I like that. And up here, we're still going. Oh, yeah. So up here we have like the whole floating Arkandor. You have one of those other focus items, and then at the very, very top, one little not Dractyr crystal. It's the Blood Elf version of like their mana crystal. Wow, that's really good. The scale here, crazy good. And I think we're ready to make our way inside. There's just so much. Wow, they managed to really filled out a very busy entrance to their house. Great job. Great job. All right, so I didn't have notes for this one. I forgot why I scrubbed the notes, but let's see what we got. So as soon as we go in, we have, again, this very elven vibe as soon as we come in. Ooh, boy. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going up at least a couple levels. And we just have like a lot that's filled out. From the entryway here, which has been incredibly brightened with these giant windows. Window. Especially in big and like that. It just makes this whole thing glow really brightly. But as we cross through the drapes here, these incredible looks. I feel like I've been to wait. This is familiar, isn't it? I've been to this place. But I guess more has been done. So here we are. We're back. We're back in this incredibly busy spot. It was a nautical theme. Okay. But yeah, crazy dressed up spot, complete with normal fire plus spell fire to send a little message. There might be a bit of a twist in this spot. Nice and busy place. Yeah, like so just kind of imagine, just kind of immerse yourself in here. You have like the warmth plus destructive warmth to your right side. You have like this kind of like very airy spot all throughout though. Yeah, really neat. I mostly remember that. That's very familiar to me. But anyway, let's enjoy the build, all right? Because this still feels kind of new to me. We're gonna cross. Actually, we're gonna go to the left as usual, right? Right through here, dine-in spot. Lots of food spread. Everything's going out. There's only there's only 3 people here. 3 people are gonna have like this whole thing of cheese. Oh God, that's gonna kill my stomach. Huge spread of food. Of course, there's standing room as well. And then check this out. Oh no. Someone was is this where I first talked about Jake? Was this the origin of the Jake story? I'm wondering if that was it. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes as we meander our way through. So back here, kind of a minimal kitchen area. We do have some prep, right? We do have some things going. Here's our table with our plus pantry area. I like how this is just being used as just like a little highlight. That's adorable. All right, so let's slowly make our way up. Past all the drinking, past all the partying. Oh, dude, they're just like leaving empty bottles all over the place. Sheesh. Did Jake remember renovations with his wine? I don't know. I'm wondering if this was the build that introduced Jake. I'll know if some of those other things stayed intact, but I don't think so. But boy, there's a lot of like extra activity going on right here. Nice little touch. The leaning bottles, things are in kind of like disarray and everything. Always enjoyable. So we're gonna get to this grand crossing, if I recall. And boy is it grand. Oh, check that out, dude. Great window work here. Windows for days. Actually, there's some extra stuff here that I can't easily tell. Um, it's the mirror here. Okay. Yeah. What a great setup there. Can I get like a good close shot of this one? Let me get that. Yeah, that's sick. Really good. Actually, did I get that? Shoot. I don't know if it's boop. Uh-oh. Are my screenshots working okay? They are good. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go there later because there is a secret shelf there, I think. But yeah, a lot, dude. These Suramar windows, oh, they look so great. You know, the cool thing about them is that you can skin them a little bit. You can hide like little textures under there, make something new, which is always very cool. What is this here? There's a little object there that looks like part of a lantern. No, it's the bookcase. Okay, so that bookcase is somewhere. It's somewhere doing a secret thing. But for now, let's keep venturing over. Like all these walls are so filled out. Very interesting too. Notice how you have like Belmeth panels here, and then it transitions to like these folk panels, and then back again. So and then as we go lower, you know, we still maintain the Blood Elf wall fixtures, or you know, the wall molding for the most part. But then we have different variations of panels being used. And so right down here, more festive stuff. This time, you know, very horde centric. Yeah, I do remember this spot where you had like dudes that are like practicing here. Nice. All right. And I like the depiction there too, using the prey statue to like, okay, let me just make this into like something else entirely, or let's have it be like this, you know, actual person instead of just a target dummy. All right, so we're gonna head up and into the secret stuff. So we're gonna go back into this transition room, right past the guards. Check out how they're doing these. Again, prey statues, and they use the Silvermoon guards to kind of skin that. And so now these not only are they imprisoned, but they're also like kind of alive too, which is just terrible. It takes us to this altar here, slash chapel, slash kind of a shrine or prayer room. And here, very bright. You see the warrior branding, you see some of the paladin branding, you see the anti-Turalian branding. Always fun. But it looks like we have a number of secret shelves to the left, to the right, to the center. So where would this take us though? So we have like these different books that are depicting little differences there. And I see, and there's like some new decor that was put here too. I see the kind of teleporter, light teleporter that's down there now. But where could this take us? Draconic stuff there. So let's see. Let's go this way first, which takes us to so it feels like this kind of like light forged armory of sorts. treasures have been taken in, such as crystals and opals and big shiny gold things. Oh, interesting how they use like these tanks as just ways to like lead us in. But it leads us into this holy library. And that's all this is. A very tight space that we're using this skybox room for, with which to read the holiest of the tomes, and chief among them, a recipe for an awesome margarita. Heck yeah. A holy margarita. Get cleansed, buddies, and then you just down it. And then you suck on the lemon too. Ooh, margarita, yeah. Can you tell I'm kind of in a mood for something? Maybe. All right, so we're going through. I love the. This is a great way of showing how, I guess, when you start rooms like these, like they start off like, oh, well, I'm not sure, not quite sure. But then when you start filling out space, and keep in mind, this is just a plus shaped room that we're in. As you start filling out these spaces, ooh, things get really epic really fast. Once you start to just kind of like let your imagination get carried away. Let me put more stuff. Let me fill out these walls. From every inch needs to be filled with like a little something. And then when you're done, I'd say 9 out of 10 times it's gonna be fantastic what you have together. As long as you just keep filling out space with stuff, even if it's like kind of garbagey, you just kind of have these very random, these very eclectic placements. You'll be surprised at what you have once you lay things down, and then you're like, oh, let me just adjust these a little bit, and then you'll come out with something like really amazing. So let's proceed this way. Past, oh, look at that, it's freaking spare wine bottle there. And another one, dude. And we've entered Pandaria. Excellent stuff. So now we have these very heavy Pandaran vibes. Check out the Sam fishies up there. I feel bad because their backs like super arched and all that, but and then check out the little turtle sigil right up there too. So here, nice simple placement of just like all sorts of things, all the Pandaran stuff. Make it big, make it fill up the walls, and you will have this very complete shape. Now, they did some interesting things here too. They took the rickshaws, 2 of them, sunk that stuff into the ground, made like these little spots, little tiny privacy rooms for themselves. Very clever. Let's cross over, I think, through the shrouds and into the bedroom. Very busy bedroom. There's a lot going on here. So, not to say that there's like only Pandaran vibes. Like you have some of the colors, but there's all sorts of like interesting little things here too. You have some different branding, and then there's this right here. What is this exactly? This is just a small bit of the shaping that comes from this banner that they have like right down there. That's cool. It has like a kind of a face or a helmet kind of look to it. I like that. Of course, you got your big old spread of treasures. Okay, very neat. You have your bed area that you climb up into, but then this lower area, you have like this spot where you just can kind of like lay around and do your thing, or if you have like if you got a harem, the harem is like all down here. Heck yeah. Love that fantasy vibe. For me, definitely a fantasy. It's never going to happen ever, ever, ever. But check out this structure here. Really pretty. I'm almost offended by the lantern that's there, but let me get closer. Yeah, very pretty stuff we have here. That's good. That's really good. And it's not so bad either. So like here we have like, what kind of trellis is being used here? So it's using the Herondar, not trellis, the gazebo here. From there, you just have your arrangement of greens. So like the big shapes here include that gazebo, plus the inscription table there, And that's kind of it. Everything else is just greens. Greens of different assortments, different colors. You have some light sources, but I think the main light sources are coming from the scribe table itself. Yeah. And oh, and then there's, I think, like maybe a window or something up there, as well as a moon one. So, number of things. But once you have those big shapes together, just fill it out, and then you'll be in a pretty good spot. And then right through here, you know, we have some warrior branding, but also I can kind of like cross over too, and into this place with more wine. Dude, wine bottles are everywhere. What's going on? I feel like this is Jake's house, straight up. Like he just lives here. Him and his wine. Yeesh. Okay, this is very interesting. So we're in this upper level, right? But then we're also climbing down. Okay. And then we're climbing down halfway. And then we're climbing up again. This is a very finely made spiral. Check out how many pieces are being used. Like it's a very subtle climb. Tons of beams went into this, man. Wow. And then right up here, one lonely spot and one giant wine. It's big. It's as big as a man. It's taller than a man. Holy cow, dude. Whoever's here has problems. Yeah, I think you're right. This isn't, it's not a person who's drinking the wine. This is the wine. The wine is alive. Oh no. Well, we've achieved something amazing. Okay, so at the bottom, this is the this is the Jake origin story. Yes, I remember all this now. I remember the rest. Oh, this place has history. This is where Jake was born. So what do we have here? I don't know if this is new or not, but this, yeah, I think this is kind of new. So check out this aquarium. Very small, right? But very clever. Well, what they did, they just used the sink. They used the sink, nothing else. And then it has like this kind of natural reflective look already. And then they just fill it out. This little diorama. It doesn't have a lot of room. It doesn't need a lot of room. But you have like these very cool depictions like these. So I really like that. Especially with what's, okay, I'm not entirely sure what's being reflected exactly. So I'm turning around here. Yeah, it's a little hard to tell, but the fact that it's doing any sort of reflection is really neat. Yeah, that's sick. Oop. All right, so let's back up. So I remember this being Jake's secret room. Like, and then here is where he would have like pictures of oh shit, I forgot her name. Sarah. Yeah, pictures of Sarah were here or something like that. Yeah. What a sad story. Oh no. All right, so we'll continue though. We'll continue. Because I don't know if Sarah's still here. Sarah, by the way, is a white Murgle. But we'll see if she's still around. All right, so we're making our way back out. Up, past the bottles. The many bottles. Top of the spiral. It'll loop around. Oh, well, I was there already, though. Yeah. Oh, I have to sit. Okay. So I will sit. Okay. So sit. Oh, wait. Oh, what? Oh, it's a secret. Oh, secret passage. All right. Let's go. Are we gonna get some more Jake lore? So we're going through. There's like a little peeky hole there because oh yeah, we're outside the system, right? We are because out there is nothingness. Okay, so now we go through the little hole here. Yes, we do. Oh, and then now I'm oh, what the hell? Uh, okay, this got weird. Uh, and we emerge in wait, this was oh we got spit out into a skybox room from there, but now we can leave the skybox. Oh, that is clever. That is clever. I thought we were gonna come into like this whole Sarah Goon room or something like that. But okay, maybe we're not done yet. But yeah, really clever. Oh, that's so weird. That's so weird. So now we're making our way through something. Now I have no idea where I am. But we're going through like this outdoor area, pillared out, and now we venture back through. Oh, this was an invisible thing. Huh. Wait. So what we just went through was like this big drunken spiral of sorts, followed by like this whole trip here as we kind of like get ourselves back together. And then I presume we just kind of go through this one area, like boom. And now we're back there. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I haven't seen this trick done in a while where they use this bit of decor as a one-way thing, but I do remember it being used in like this other like really crazy build ones. Awesome. Awesome, awesome stuff. Where am I? This is Sarah's room, right? I think this is Sarah's room. Because here we are in like this spot here. And okay, what? Okay, oh no, the bear is dead. I don't know if that was pushed over or not, but we are in like this big, big library area. And things have been, oh no. Is this Jake's revenge? Oh no. So things are full disarray. Because I remember this was like all like normal. Oh my God, it's a body. Sully's dead. Oh no. Or he's been knocked out. Or he's in a drunken stupor. Because if this was going to be really in character, this person would be named Jake, which would have been like, oh my God, he's alive. Ah. So, like, are you okay? Your transmog, by the way, looks fantastic. So, yeah, that's awesome looking. Anyway, yeah. Wait, what is that from? Actually, yeah, that's the adventure shirt and all that. Okay, that's a tabard. Okay. Anyway, we were Jake all along. No way, man. I have my wife. I'm very happy with her. I refuse. I refuse to acknowledge, man. I am not Jake. I am all together. So, I mean, the room before the story, fantastic decorative stuff here. Check out the detail. It's like so filled out with stuff. Walls leave like almost no gaps. They're straight up really coming close to like hitting budget and everything. So they're saving on whatever budget that they can manage. Yeah, this is awesome. Still as awesome as I remember it because it's so filled out, nice and easy, big shapes, and then you start bringing it together. So up here, if I kind of recall, maybe not. So where is she? There she is. That's Sarah. So yeah, don't tell me, don't tell me that I'm losing my mind here. Ah, fun, 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 fun. But now I need to find my way out of here because I came in through that and, well, I'll figure it out. I will feel my way through. Or this will be my tomb. And this is it. Oh, I think here we go. Whoop. All right. Yes, I think this is, in fact, the way out. Oh, this was the center area. Aha. Excellent. Okay, that was such a trip, though. That was such a trip. Going through that. Yeah, that was something else. That was something else. Have I seen everything? I think I've seen all the rooms. I know I went a little bit faster than the previous visit because that's kind of what happens when I start remembering to build. I'll start to like kind of go through it like a little bit faster because I don't get surprised by it. So I apologize for that. But no, the new stuff though, oh, epic, so good, dude, so good. Yeah, Jake's origin story. I knew there was something to it as soon as I came in. Yeah, pretty much almost at the start of the build. But definitely when I looked up here, I was like, wait, I know this thing. But I forgot about the Jake stuff until I started to see the bottles. I'm like, wait a minute. No, no, no. It came back in a big way. So, real quick, for those who are unfamiliar, uh, a couple moons ago, some ways back, I was looking at this build, and I just happened to see a couple of upturned wine bottles, like spilled wine. I think it started with like something like that, and I was like, oh man. And so I made up a dude called Jake, and Jake was with Sarah for a while. Sarah dumped him, but ever since then, Jake has been trying to get her back, but hasn't had any luck. Sarah pretty much moved on, and so Jake is just not having it. So whenever I see upturned wine bottles or things like that, I just think of Jake, poor guy, who's just still struggling to get over it, to get over things. So now it's fun to be back here. To see, to return to the origin story. And what's even cooler, a follow-up to it. I'm touched. I am touched. I'm very wowed by this. Thank you. Thank you a ton, Sully. For Jake. And for this build. It's fun. All right. Oh, this was great. This was great. All right. Let's get a moving to Gobsamdi's place. 42. Let's go. And I believe you're up, yeah. A huge curtsy. Yeah, like of all the names that I've made up, Jake is the one that's the one that has endured out of all of them. I've made up many, many names, but hello. But Jake has endured more than any. I think it's partially because we want to cheer him on too. We want Jake to succeed. We don't want to just laugh at him or make fun of him. We want to see him overcome the challenges, the struggles, because it's a forever struggle. Heartbreak, alcoholism, it makes for a great story if we can get through it. All right, let's me up. Wow. Does need an intervention? I think he needs a friend. He could use friends who care about him, and I believe that Jake does have friends who care about him. Need a shirt that has a wine bottle on the front that says Imagine a real Jake who's like, oh my God, what's going on? All right. All right, folks, this is Gobsamdi's place, Rovin Razorwind, and from the looks of it, with arrow and all that, we are doing a jumping puzzle. So from the notes, it doesn't look like it's going to be a jumping puzzle house. I mean, it might be for all we know, but let's get started, shall we? So we're going up these paving stones, which make for decent. Okay, there goes my big dog. Which make for decent landings because you have like this kind of like softer climb here. It makes it a little bit easier to land as long as you're, you know, making good effort at trying to um, get up. From the looks of it, it doesn't appear that there are like secret ways to go up or like, okay, you got to make like these super specific jumps or anything like that. Um, I'll leave that on because I might need to bubble in case, you know, death and all that. All right, so we made it up a little bit. Still got a good ways to go. I almost feel like these distances are getting a little bit longer than normal. Boop. Boop. All right, so far so good. Ah, look at that. Quick break, you know, just a little checkpoint and all that. All right. Next round. Boop. Ooh, that felt like a nervous one. Oh, this one feels sketch. Ooh. Nope, still got it. Oh no. Okay, so checkpoint. Let me return to where I was, which was start with the pinks, right? Yeah, so I was here. All right, so that was my one. Oh, yeah, that was my one thing. You know, I think what they're gonna try to do, they might try to save me real quick and be like, okay, I'm gonna try to slow fall the guy. All right, so I think it was this one that I screwed up on, right? Yeah. So, woo, scary. And then I'll try this angle here. There we go. All right, cool. Next checkpoint. Oh, this feels a little precarious. I gotta make like little baby jumps, kind of. Because I feel like I might overshoot. No, yeah, that's scary. And then finally, bum ba bum. All right. Oh god, we're not done. Oh, there's a bonus round. Okay, so we got up here at least. So I'll at least enjoy my prize up here. Like, yay, I made it to the top. Oh, I'm awarded with a hot tub. Sick. All right. Nice. But now we're going to do the bonus round. So we'll see how we do there. I'll give myself one try. Just one try. We'll see how we do. Ooh, yeah, this is these are little baby ones. So these all seem to be like kind of like straightforward max jumps. If we can do that. Oop. So I mean that's kind of the good part is that you don't really have to count on like weird angles. Because if anything, they tilted these in such a way to make it fairly friendly. And there aren't options, you know? Like sometimes it's like, ooh, do I take this one or that one? I don't know. But in this case, it's very straightforward. It's just you know, nerves. Because when you get this high up or when you've gone for it this long, you start to get like a little nervous. Palms start getting sweaty and all that. You want to try and not make mistakes, but it gets kind of scary. Yeah, see, so things like that just start making you nervous. You might want to like try to suddenly overcompensate and then you're dead. Bam, baby. Woo! And what am I rewarded with this time? A view of the rabble below. All the corpses of those who didn't make it. Excellent. Ha ha ha. All right. So that'll be 9 million gold, please. No? Okay, let's go. Let's roll. All right. Do I have a talent for it? Oh, I'd say I've done quite a few of them, but I don't know about a talent for it. Alrighty. So that was a pleasant distraction. As soon as we finish the puzzle, though, we want to come in and just kind of relax and bask in the glory of victory. I mean, I erred out once, but glory, something, victory. Let's enjoy what we have here. So we're portaled in. You know, we're welcomed in for the Horde, got it. For the Titans, got it. For nature stuff as well, got it. We got a nice display here. Nice and simple display, actually. You know, because it starts off with, you know, set down the rocks. And then from there, actually, I guess it would be like set down the fountains first. And then just dress it with the rocks until you find like a desired result. So nice and easy. Passing by some, oh, a rare one, a Stromguard branding. As well as what looks like, I think these are tables, right? Yeah, tables and tables and tables. So love the woodwork here. Great job. And then right through here, many, many collections. Perfectly sized, perfectly organized to their desire. Yeah, very interesting collection spot. So right through here, interesting. We have what is, you know, a fairly bare flooring, but a very big climb. Interesting climb. Platforms and platforms and platforms. Not too expensive. These are the curved quarter platforms, and so they're not as expensive as like, you know, throwing down 5 for each of the large ones. But I'm sure that stuff adds up. But anything would. We also have some strong branding here. You know, we have Death Knight stuff over there. We have, let me go around. We have what looks like Pandaren stuff over here. I'm actually not familiar with that banner. Banner of the Five Dawns. For some reason, I don't think I've seen that very often. It's a great looking banner. Love those deep reds. It's great. Now, according to the notes, for the bedrooms, the goal is that you can guess the race, class, and professions for each character. So, Warband House. I can't help but feel like, well, I have standards when it comes to warband houses. I kind of keep that. I try to keep that to myself, but sometimes you'll catch me like mouthing off a little bit. But let's see what we have here. We have something I like a lot. It's not simply a room. It's kind of like this whole section for each of these characters in the warband, because there's a lot that's going on here. Because like, what did we start off with? This was a Death Knight branding? Yeah, Death Knight branding. But of course, we walk right into what feels like an engineering shop, right? So we have those kinds of strong depictions. Now, whether they happen to be like a Mechanome or a Gnome Death Knights, I don't know. That might not readily be apparent yet. The engineering stuff, though, screams at us, right? So we also have like this goblin seating, you know, place where a goblin might chill. We also have a goblin bathtub, a goblin bed. So I think we can safely say this is a goblin death knight who happens to be an engineer. Yeah, I don't know if I'm right, but that's my guess. And what I like here too, we see it in a couple of places here, but I think this this table helps to really define it. What we have is one undermine table, which gives us like a small sense of what we'll be able to achieve later when we get like more kinds of goblin related core, you know, to have like these really like big metal studs, big steel structures that aren't necessarily stuff from Mechagon, but goblin stuff. It has its own unique identifier, its own flavor too, and I think it pulls it up pretty well. Okay, those birds are getting cooked. Oh, no. All right. So what else do we have? Okay, so wait, 3 out of 4. Oh, you mean second profession. Right. They have 2 professions. Is that what I need to guess? The second profession? So raise, class, and professions. All right. So we'll look around. We'll look around and we'll see if I can figure it out. I mean, we got engineering stuff. Fishing is kind of too easy of a giveaway, so I think that's not very fair. I'll go with jewel crafting with that. Very small depictions that we have for something like that, but I'll go with that. I'll go with jewel crafting. Yeah, very adorable. Let's hit up the other side here. There are some pretty clever things you can do with JC decor, actually. There have been basically, I've seen some kit bashed jewelry. So necklaces, bracelets, rings, just stones, things like that. Instead of just that tray, you can do a lot with it. I was very surprised. So uh, I would recommend looking into something like that. So wait, what brand do we see here? Pandaran stuff. Yeah, Pandaran stuff that we're getting in here. So they love coffee. I got that. That is truly a profession. Leatherworking is what's kind of calling out to me. As for their class, it's not really apparent, actually. Now, I'm seeing some stuff here. It could be enchanting. Yeah, enchanting could be like one of the big things here. A Pandaran, enchanter, leather worker. With the target dummies, I'm not sure. Maybe they're being depicted as a warrior, but I would expect to see like some like warrior class hall stuff. That's usually pretty iconic for defining like the who's what. But we got our Lou. All right. Oh, I know, dude. They are bathing hard. It feels like they're being processed in there, dude. All right. And then finally, okay, they are they really want me to get the answers here. They want to clue me in. So I'll go with alchemy, um, leatherworking, Pandaran, but class doesn't seem to be clear. I'm just gonna guess warrior though. A warrior or a monk. Actually, I'll go with monk. Yeah, probably. And that's it. Oh, you make your own soju. Okay, that's pretty awesome use of alchemy. Oh, it's a blood elf monk. Ah, you know what? Could have got that from the framing here. Yeah, from the colors here. Right on. All right, so let's go. So we came from there. Now we're going to, I'll stay down here for now. And then we'll do the climb. All right, so I think I'm getting priesty vibes. Once we're in here. All right, let's try to keep a better eye out on what's going on. Oh no, that gnome got took by a, wow, that metal spider even does webs. But I guess it's a spider, so, oh no. Okay, so clearly this person's a Nerubian. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm gonna go with Forsaken. Definitely Forsaken. Um, Forsaken, no gnome hunter. Wow, they really don't like gnomes. They are. They got multiple grudges. Okay, their profession is, holy moly. Their profession is gnome destroyer. Holy cow. Their race is gnome destroyer. Their class is gnome torturer. Yeah. And that's also their diet. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm 404. Everything anti-gnome. Man, that is that's deep. That's deep. And I'm totally not wrong. 404. Just everything not gnome. All right. So Did we see branding out here? Okay, we see like a paladin looking branding, but we also have like these deep purples here. As soon as we go in, we got treasures. This may or may not be one of the warband rooms, actually. Okay, yeah, this is library. So I'm like, wait a minute. So up in this upper loft, lots of places to, of course. What better thing, you know, of course, in any library, you got to have the necessary stuff. You got to have books, duh. You got to have pie, also duh. And you got to have drinks. Essential for any, proper book reading experience. Otherwise, how do you get loud and react to stuff? Like, oh my God, is that what happened? And then everyone's like, shh. And then you're like, shut up, man. I'm trying to read. You know? I think they're horde gnomes. They have red hats. That's true. All right, so up we go. We are now checking out more of this branding. Oh, check out the suspension bridge. Very nice. Very nice. It's kind of funny because Belemeth wood, it has this very clean, this almost this kind of glossy kind of shine to it. It's not really shiny, but it's more like this clean matted look. There you go. This clean matte look to it. Whereas like the Orgrimmar stuff, that has very, very strong, like here you go, you can see an example there. Very, it looks a lot more woodsy than these panels do. So it's kind of funny seeing that as a suspension bridge. All right, so we're walking in a definitive warrior house, and what warrior wouldn't be complete without their own little Murgle to keep them company. Very cute. Very cute 3D painting here too. Clever with the presentation. I like this. This is very good because they're using the jewel crafting table, and you see how it has that bevel and everything. So it gives you like this just a little bit of clearance room to create a sort of like 3D background, sort of. But at the same time, because it's covered, it also feels flat. So while this is mostly like a display sort of thing, I think this comes off really well. So I like what they did here. All right. So warrior stuff. I'm seeing lots of blacksmithing kinds of things. So that could be it. Mining and blacksmithing is a nice, easy way to go about it. And lots of draconic stuff. So I'm going to go with a Drakthir person. I mean, the flag just begs for it. And the lion. Because Drakthir like lions. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But, I'll go with that. Now, are they Horde or Alliance? Horde, I'm going to say. Because we at least got to specify that too. But I'll go with like both mining and the blacksmithing. We don't see a lot of mining. I mean, there's that. But I don't see like a whole bucket of rocks and all that. But I think we're close enough. Here is their magic bathroom. I'm sorry, their magic shower with. Okay, that's the one that I can't click. That's right. And they got a huge toilet. So I guess a Drakthir can. Well, they can eat. I guess they eat good. All right. So I think we're ready to continue the climb, right? I think so. All right, so boom, 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 down we go. And then boom, 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 up we go. Actually, no, not really up. We're going to go across into this Draenei Shaman place. I mean, I think these crates and banners, I think that's Draenei stuff, right? Yeah. All right. And let's see. Oh, yeah, I mean, dude, like there is a suspiciously not a high amount of Draenei structures. Holy cow, they morphed. There isn't like not a huge amount of structures, but when they are, they're extremely defining. Bring out the purples, bring out something like this, and ta-da, Draenei. There are some other obvious pieces too. Like if you make any use of amethyst crystals, that's a big one. There's this bed, very iconic with what they look, with how they look. It's kind of funny too how we look at a shot like this and we're seeing, yep, TBC. You know, we see like these older bits of decor being used. And of course, they have their very iconic greenhouse available over in Draenor. And there they are. The boss is just chilling, vibing, enjoying the work that they've done. Things are looking great in there. Awesome. So what do we do here? They're a shaman. They're a Draenei. They are an herbalist. And they skinning, perhaps? You know, given that we have a couple of those things in there, that could be a thing. And of course, just like anyone, our main profession, potty. Oh, very thoughtful too. They put out some incense because, you know, sometimes you rip a big one. Oh, I didn't know they had like tattoo kinds of stuff. No, actually, I think that's a certain look, right? To achieve the tattoos. That's pretty neat. I like that. I think there's like a male armor that is actually a tattoo setup. They got to do that, man. They got to do more of that. That'd be sick. Or even better, make it a barbershop thing, right? I think that'd be cool. It doesn't seem like that, you know, it doesn't seem like that should be so hard, right? To do like tattoos and stuff, especially if you wanted to do like this really full looking thing and have that be a barbershop skin. I think that'd be kind of neat. All right, we're going to hell, baby. Um, um, I mean, we're seeing the Kirin Tor stuff, so my first guess is going to be a mage, a Nightborn mage. All right, so let's peek across here. We see some obvious tailoring looking stuff, including some of the products that they produced. Awesome. As well as writing stuff. All right, so this one seemed pretty straightforward. This one seemed like it was pretty easy to nail. Oh no, the captured pets. Or they crafted all of them, but no, they look captured. Save them. All right, so let's back up here real quick into the hot tub. Again, very nice, very relaxing. Nice private area. Here's our vanity, complete with violet overhead lights. Very cute. I think they are straight up switching. I think as we're going from one room to the next, they straight up timed all this. They're like, all right, he's going, all right, next room, boom, log out, and then they quickly hop on to their next character. That is charming. That really is charming. I love that. Warband houses are some of the hardest to pull off, I think. I think they're hard to pull off because they're, there's a lot you can do with it. You know, here we have like, you know, nice simple separations of what you can do. Um, it sucks because I have a favorite right now and I'm trying to like push that out of my brain right now. But okay, let's go in here. Maybe this is a common area. Because what's the warband doing? We're feasting. They all have their own chairs too. Oh, that is charming. That is very charming. See, this is what I love about like Legos or, you know, playing digital Legos is that, you know, you can give yourself an opportunity to have like all these very, very different placements so you can tell like your own little story. And, you know, warband houses are great because it really defines carving out a space in Warcraft that you can call your own. This is where my warband lives. This is their room, you know. And so the people who make these kinds of dwellings, like they can kind of, you know, part of the attempt or part of the effort here is to achieve this feeling of, okay, they wake up and this is their room and they come out of it, you know, and now I want these like kinds of interactive things that that help this room be very much like their own. And this dude's got an axe. What is he doing? Wait, that is so. Wait, he got a knife. Okay, they all got. Oh, dude. Okay, so at first I thought, oh, they're all chilling, hanging out. No, they're about to murder each other, and it's like they saw me coming. They're like, oh, 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 just stand still, guys. Just be cool, be cool. I'm like, yo, so what's going on, guys? And they're like, you came to the wrong part of town, dude. So they're doing one of two things. One, they're like they got caught as they were about to murder each other, or two, I'm about to get ambushed. So I better walk away without turning my back, right? Just let them do their thing. Just let them do their thing. We will eat. I will actually, if I'm going to be part of this, I'm just going to stand. I'm going to stay up, right? And I'm going to keep my eye right there. I think it'd be really easy for them to kind of sneak around and then yeah, so never mind. I don't think there is any safe place. I got to watch my back no matter where I am. And then here is another jumping thing to climb. Okay. Whoop. Oh boy. Okay, this is. Come on. Ooh, this is going to be a bit challenging, I think. Whoop. Nope. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, how about this? How about I cheat? Zoom up here. Ooh, an eggy. Okay, so are they guarding the egg? No, they're not guarding the egg because they're unarmed. Nice. Yeah, so now what's going to come out? Another Murloc? A dragon? And then they have tamed their own dragon? Oh, snap. That would be some trouble. Imagine 3 Murlocs riding on top of a dragon. They're just roasting the crap out of everything. And then on top of the dragon's head, it's like, they're just doing their thing. Meanwhile, we're all like, dude, our party, what gives? All right. So this was the common area where the warband feasts. Meanwhile, the Murgles are perhaps up to no good. All right, so we went there, but now we're going into what just might be a paladin room. Maybe. All right, so this paladin might also be a blacksmith of sorts. They might be a Zandalari paladin, but let's see what else is going on here. Alchemy stuff. Okay, so very nice. They have an alchemy lab separate from the blacksmith because who knows? Between temperature changes, sparks, fire, and whatnot, it might ignite some of what's in here. Could be volatile, could cause a lot of trouble. So I'm going with Zandalari Paladin, Blacksmith, and Alchemist. And oh, they got a nice room. I say they have one of the more nice rooms here. So if this is their main, good. It should be their main because Paladins are the best. But yeah, great stuff here. Like I always say, when it comes to troll stuff, it's always cheating. It's such a cheat to just put out troll stuff because it always looks nice. I've yet to see like a troll kind of mural. If they fill out the wall, if they fill out a spot from wall to wall, it always looks fantastic. So hell of a bathtub. Bam. And I like this shot here too. You have like the light here, it doesn't really reach all the way there, but it kind of looks as if it does. And so we can just say it does. But it makes it look cool. I like the perspective that comes out of that. And we kind of have like this sort of like portal, sort of glimpse into Zul'Aman, if that's their thing. It really should be Zandalar because they're a Zandalari troll. But maybe they're just like, oh, I really want to take my vacation over here. It's so fun. It's so fun and not nearly as hot as it is over in Zandalar. Because I'm pretty sure that's how the weather is over there. Zandalar, it's super hot, jungly kind of vibes. Meanwhile, Eastern Kingdoms, you're in the northern part, it's got to be cooler up there, I'm sure. So I think this happens to be one of the last rooms. Okay, I've been seeing this style quite a bit now, where we have the greenhouse, sort of big windows over there, and then we're invited here on the side to enjoy the outdoors. I mean, it's the only way to go about it. There are a couple things I can think of to make it kind of unique, but well, I'll keep that to myself. But what we have here is what I like is how it's pretty open. It's pretty open. It's not trying really to be like an indoorsy place. It's more like, okay, this is just part of the greenhouse area. Some things will grow here. It's going to be nice and warm and chill, but you still have like, you can still enjoy the little bits of nature in here, although we clean the place up a lot. We can have some snacks. We can sit, enjoy ourselves. But of course, we can also go outside. Yeah, this is one of the best structures out there, man. You know, it's the one thing that makes me good with campaigning for a way to achieve like, okay, can we get like these glass panels? That sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to ask for. And there's another jumping puzzle thing. Oh boy. I think I might cheat my way up. I'll make one attempt. And then I'll use the camera to cheat my way up. But first, let's go down these walking stones and enjoy a little tea party. Oh, they even have little platforms. How nice. Because, yeah, without this, we would like kind of like sink into the ground. That would kind of suck. Yeah. Don't do that when it's nightmare difficulty. I gotta make one attempt. I gotta be a good sport about it before I cheat. But let's find out where I start first. I think I start somewhere down here. I think the only real trouble I had was getting started. Climbing up this tree. That kind of stinks, but oh well. Okay, so we are here. And I might be able to just drop down. Yeah. So, oh, from here we're taking like, oh, are we doing like baby jumps the whole time? Ooh, that's rough. I think we are doing baby jumps like almost the whole time. Yeah. Well, oh, I hit my head on the thing. Oh, that's messed up. All right. So can I peek over and see what's up here? What are we rewarded with? We are rewarded with a place to sit under like the umbrella there. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's a nice little prize. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Haha. Now, is there a way I can like cheat my way up? Because if I like start here, yeah. So I can start on this side like a jackass. And then, okay, that's not like that. But at least I could be like, all right, F this, man. Let me just start here. And okay, since I cheated, I'll make one more attempt since I got like this far already. Oh, nope. Never mind. Bummer. Oh, that takes care of all the rooms, right? I think we have seen all the things. We have not. Okay, so, oh, there's another spot here. Oh, we can just, okay, we can super cheat. Nice. Did it. Nice. Oh, one shot, baby. Alrighty. So we can enjoy our pie and cakes and our delicious treats. And, actually the view from up here is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And there's a hidden lounge for short people too. I don't know if I can fit. I'm not that short. So as soon as I see the jumping puzzle, I vehemently will not even try it. Hey, whatever floats your boat or doesn't float your boat. It's all good. Oh, okay. I will trust you with this. Actually, can I click on that? Yeah, I can click on that. Okay, cool. So, oh, a very little nook down here. That's adorable. That is adorable. And it looks like there was a climb that was up here too that I sort of missed. So we just up we go. Nice. Nice use of the extra space, dude. That's cool. That is cool. So is that my shaman asked my DK to do the lighting and the DK used that as an excuse to make some loungy areas. That's adorable. All right. So I think that takes care of everything, yeah? Or I think we've seen all the rooms. Boo, boo, boo. That is everything. Awesome. Great. Thank you very much for filming your place. Awesome vibes. Love the party area. That was up here too. All right. So we got one more. We're going to Melindra's place. Mm-hmm. 44. Can we do one more? We're still going to be over on. We're still going to be well into lunchtime. So, no, I don't have any. I do have. Okay, I'm not going to call them spares. But there were other folks who had signed up earlier, but I reserved them for next week already. So. All right. I mean, the big thing, Beans, is that I'm getting hungry. You don't want me to do a visit when I'm hangry. I'll be like, all right, here's the thing. Okay, next. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That'd be highly disrespectful. Okay. Mm, mm, yeah, that's all. Nature calls, and by that I mean foods. All right, folks, this is Melindra's place. We're over in a Razorwind. We got a car parked up front. Okay, not really a car. We have our wagon parked up front. It's been kind of abandoned. Not okay, maybe not abandoned, but you know, it's been left unattended for a while now. But the house, check it out. As we've seen with many houses these days, heavily skinned. This one into a cave sort of form. And they did a great job with the shaping here too. It's not just like, okay, let me just put a dome under it and call it a day. They tried to add like a little bit more to it here. For example, we have like this poor Herondar guy. He's like, oh no, help me. But then he's fine. It's raining, so he'll thrive. He's not going to dry out or anything like that. We're good. Notice how the greens are splashed all around this cave area, to avoid any sense of clip. Also added some additional animations here with some waterfall action here. Where does the water come from? I don't know, but it's very pretty is what we're getting here. And it's magic, So can we get up top of this here? I think I should be able to. Maybe. Okay, so there's my bet. Okay. I feel very small, actually. I feel like I have like a debuff on me. But yeah, very big spot that we have up here, too. And up here, we have some more Herondar branding. Interesting. I wonder what else we can expect inside. Cave homes or needs? We've been surprised, though. I mean, we did go inside that big boombox that turned out to be a cave and a bar. So that was like from a little while ago. But as soon as we go in here, so here's me just coming in just like this. And it is very bright. It's very bright, it's very cold, but let's go through here. And, ooh. Okay, very cave vibey. Wow. So the lighting here, it feels like midnight lighting here. Because we see some of the fog here. Yeah, we can see some of the fog manifest, but it's kind of being beat back by the glows of the Herondar lights, which is interesting because these Herondar lights, they don't give off lighting, they give off a glow, and that helps to kind of combat the glows that we see from the midnight lighting. So that's neat. That's very neat. So we have this pretty sprawling cave structure ahead of us. Ooh, this is going to be quite a climb. And it looks like I'm not able to climb up from here. I'm going to be revisiting these areas, hopefully, and see where the elevations take us. I notice here we have like little gaps between rock and greens, you know, to make a little bit of variety, to give, you know, to kind of tell the story of how this growth is kind of coming out and spouting out from places. So here you have, along with the greens, here's like some other stuff, leafy stuff on the side. And where it's appropriate, you'll have them be close to each other. So there's a lot of thought that goes that went into like these pieces, making them come together and not making the greens just kind of come out of nowhere. Yeah, really great structuring though. Herondar greens are great. They're huge, take up so much space, fills up gaps and everything. Same thing with hostas. Everyone loves hostas. These two, huge structures that you can get out of these, and they look great at pretty much any distance. So like there's a shot of like some of the greens that are back there we were just looking at. And then up here is where so that's where we came from. So really neat setup we have there. We came from there, climbed all the way up to this spot here. Now we can enjoy some of the glows from the lamps up here. Really nice. Really, really great layout. You know, nice and simple. You know, and then we kind of go around, we do the climb, and then we end up here. So, nice and easy. So things appear to kind of flatten out a little bit. It's a bit more spacious compared to some other caves that we've seen. But we still have lots of this great evidence of growth. And now lots of water. And elven walls. All of a sudden. All right, so let's go right through here and around. This kind of, oh, maybe we're like a sewer area. Did we? Yeah, okay, we came out of a sewer area. All right, very interesting. So we came in like kind of backwards from this hidden cave. So for all we know, that was like an escape room or you know, like an escape hatch, something like that. But then we came out through here. But now I feel like we've broken in. Now we're up to shenanigans. What are we gonna do? We're gonna steal stuff like the dark heart. The dark heart was just chilling here. Yoink! I'm looting that real quick. Sheesh. Okay, I'm gonna peek outside here to just kind of get a sense of where we're at. So out here there are, okay, that's just a window illusion plus a star banner. Okay. Down there is the moon plus hallways. Okay, so I don't want to go out here yet. You know, remember we just kind of snuck in. You know, we came in through the back ways. So for all we know, there's like guards. I don't want to go out there yet. So I'll go through like these, I'll go through this closed door and kind of peek. Okay. Seems to be a bedroom. One guard. I think I can take him. Then again, it's a red Murgle, so it's bloodlusted. That thing's going to claw my face out real quick. But I'm also being invited for wine. Ah. Yeah, so no one's in this room yet, you know, so no danger of being discovered. But very interesting. You know, we have like these fake, you know, well, basically fake doors that lead us nowhere. But it gives us that further illusion of depth. You know, where are we going from here? So we'll give like the Murgle a treat. That'll quiet him. Actually, no. We'll take the hookah, jam that in that sucker's mouth, and then just get him like wasted. Like, there we go. Let's see, is there anything behind here? No. We're at dead end as we're exploring the place, looking for things. I feel like I'm playing Fallout, right? Or like Skyrim or something like that I'm going through. I'm just looting everything that I see if I could. It's like, yo, if it's not bolted down, it's going into my inventory. And I will slow walk my way through with a super full inventory as long as I can recycle all that stuff down, get some resources back. Boom. So we've entered this kind of a hallway. Very pretty fountain set up, by the way. One fake door there. Very interesting how we're seeing like these fake rooms. And from there, oh, I think that's the front. Okay, so that's the front of the area. This takes us into what's new. Okay, so I think we're gonna go backwards. I'm gonna make our way back. Here we are. Here's the grand descent. Not a grand climb, but a grand descent instead. And check out the ceiling work. They added so much more. They added an additional level just to add an additional level. So we're not going to be exploring anywhere up there, but then they made sure to make that Arakoa statue like loud and proud. Very interesting because we're in the midnight lighting, and we do have these ochre lights that are up here. We have these silver moonlights up here, but notice how they ain't doing much. They do offer the glow. You know, it's there, it's present, but it's very subtle inside the midnight lighting because it just does a whole lot to kind of cancel it out. But not in the middle, dude. That's the straight up sun over there. You can't really take that away. Those are some really crazy effects that you have down here. But once we're down at this spot, you know, here we get, you know, again, undeniable lighting. Oh, that's pretty. Undeniable lighting from this here, from the light well kind of thing that's illuminating the statue here. So you can't fight the glows, even though we're at the bottom floor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at the bottom floor of the house where you see like this fog and everything, which is very, very prevalent, but not here. All right, so this here appears to be another facade door, but now we're going to make our way backwards again, past the illicit table, down this red carpet, and we'll see where this takes us. It's very interesting that we had like a different sorts of way in and way out. And oh, that's sick. This is outside. So we're out. So we're going out through the main gate. And we're in the courtyard. So this would be where the entrance of the house is. Fantastic work with the trellises here. Turning it into like a whole gate kind of thing, because I think it's the walls and everything that's here too. But then, you know, trellis upside down, right side up, pillars on the side there to make this very, very intimidating shape. And here's the palace up front. Oh, sick. Really good. So here is like the actual like way inside. But we came in from from like a random bedroom. That's neat. That's really neat. Notice how here we don't have the walls here. We just have greens to kind of set us up. So, you know, let's just pretend and we won't proceed any further than like this area here. Illusion is great. Absolutely great. So let's walk right through. Past these dudes, past the curtains. So now this is as if we're going into the palace for the first time and we get this sort of experience. We're greeted with big lady. Very hot, very sexy. We make this grand climb and we get these kinds of camera angles and views as we make the climb. I didn't really know, I failed to notice here. Check out how these walls are painted this deep red. Not painted, but you know what I mean. And then we return here. Right there is where we came from. And here is where we're going. Let's see what we got. Boop. Ooh, things got deep really fast. Wow. This is like this feels like boss, you know, final boss hallway. Something like that. Yeah, here's like the spirits of the dead, the fallen, those who came before. But we're not going into a throne room of sorts. We're going into this pretty grand library instead. So there's our climb. I like how it's like kind of tucked away, but then there's also a spot there, under the stairwell. There's a secret shelf looking thing over here. And it's very eerie how, I mean, obviously player housing and all that. Like it's eerie how we have this lighting, we have this mood, and aside from the boss there, who I just barely noticed, no one else. So that's the one person that needs to not see me, but they totally saw me, so I got caught. Crap. And I'm dead. I'm dead. All right, so I'm gonna go under the stairwell here first. I at least predict that this is going to take us to a dead end. Yeah, so we have just kind of like a spare stuff, closet space, little debris, busted stuff. No dead bodies, not yet. We may not be far from that. So we're going to go upstairs later. I kind of want to at least peek and see what is beyond this secret shelf here. Fell stuff. All right, going there later. We're going to go upstairs first. Going upstairs. Yep. Nice and safe. Look at that. Bright lights, nice and pleasant and safe. So we get to this second level, 3 levels at this place. Yeah, this is a great library setup. Really, really nice. Very inviting for guests, the public, for people to come out and do their thing, or if they want to have some fun, make a little social thing out of it. But it looks like there's a lot of work that happens here too. So, research. All that. Let's go around here. Oh, great layout stuff. Because here we have like more shelves, things like that. But behind the shelves is the climb to the 3rd level. That's really good. That's some really good layout stuff. All right. Back there, big paintings. Yeah, very, very well dressed. Very tastefully done. So now let's climb some more. All right, we now reach the top level of the library, and there's more to explore up here too. Wow. I'm surprised by that, actually. So here we have different sorts of research happening here, different sets of books, paintings as well. Now, would I enjoy painting all the way up at this elevation? I'm not sure. Whoever's here, they might be having some trouble concentrating. There's a lot going on. Haven't even gotten started yet. I think what they did, they just kind of they're like, oh, this is terrible. They just threw it out, left things in disarray. So, about to get started on a new project. So good luck to them. All right, so right through here now, I'm very curious. Now we're taken to different vibes. Okay, so up here we have portals that will take us to very, very different places here. So, wow. So Zandalari stuff, orc stuff, nature stuff. Dude, let's go. Let's go to the best spot first. Oh no, it's just a window. All right, so dressed up windows, designed to be a feast for the eyes, and that's it. But yeah, great depictions here. Very iconic stuff. But also, well, over here at least, great imagery of Zandalari stuff. That's awesome. But I think it's this one that I really liked too. Because here we get actually, I'm going to back up. I'd say from this distance is where it looks best. Because you can see how we can fool ourselves with these perspective checks. So it feels like it's pretty far getting to that tree, that it's going to be a lot bigger once we get there. Same thing with the rickshaw over there. Looks like there's a good bit of distance. I would say the one thing that throws me off a little bit is that kite is massive if left alone. Maybe it could be smaller. I don't know if it can be smaller. I'm just being dumb and nitpicky. at this point, but great illusion work that we have here in these windows. That's sick. That's very, very neat. And what's cool about this is that it's minimalist. It's just it's building a little homage without having to go through like, okay, let me build this whole room. Let's go with these very iconic beats, things that look very obvious that we can use our imagination to fill in any of the blanks. And this is what we get. We basically have these Kirin portals that'll take us from, one spot to another if we need to. That's sick. That's really cool. Well done on that. So, I believe we are going down now. I'm going to jog down because I really like these climbs. These are great climbs. Now, it might not be great for running. I was bouncing a little bit there, but it was great. All right. So the fell stuff. I was ignoring this up until now. And I'm pretty sure I have explored everything else up to this point. Because we started off not at the front door. We started off on the side, went back around, went to the entrance, come back again. And so here we are. This is quite a trip because we started off with cave stuff. We made our way into the back of a palace. And now we're going through another secret passageway. Not going into like this cool little springy area, this cave spring, but no, not into like this fell dungeon. You can see how things are like in disarray. Folks, well, not to say that no one has been here in a while, but no one normal. Oh yeah. But there is a lot of activity that happens in this place, man. Oh boy. All the greatest hits. Fell stuff, rogue stuff, demon stuff, old gods, Diablo things, more poisons, fell juice. We got green Kool-Aid things. Yeah. Fantastic stuff. Great depictions. You have like this really, you have this, it's the best kind of mess. It's this organized chaos. Things are like spilt or turned over. It's like, I'm the third person who's been trying to put this concoction together. The rest, they dissolved into puddles or something. Check out the Anixia head up there too. And then right through here, this, all their dark work has hopefully been worth it. They managed to open a portal into Narnia. But what is through here? I better see like South Park stuff. Let's go. Boop. Oh, one more. Boop. Oh. Wow. Oh, no. Wow. Holy cow. Oh, let me just stop here for a second, dude. Oh. This is another world. Wow. Wow. Remind me what the Warlock Order Hall place is called again? Because see what sells it really well. It's hard to tell because we're still in midnight lighting right now. Dreadscar Rift, thank you. What sells it so hard is the smoke. The fact that we have like this whole overlay of smoke enveloping like the back area here. It gives this like sense of depth. So like work with me here. So imagine this area here is like a front layer of sorts. And then everything back here is like this sort of background skybox sort of thing. It's not, obviously, but that's kind of what it tells me. You have like these different sorts of like distance layers, like here's something that's close, then you get farther, then you get farther, then you get really far back here. And I think the smoke does a great job of creating that highlight because you can see how faded out things look there in the distance. And so it's thanks to that that the illusion of distance is just really good. I haven't even walked in yet. I just kind of like, whoa, that's so great. This is so great. Again. All right. So let's actually step out into what feels like this Legion world. So yeah, huge portal setup too. Very helpful. Oh, and I could have gotten captured right away too. I think they're showing mercy to me. So now it's interesting that what we have, along with like the fell stuff, you have like void stuff up there as well. So we have, and it's not like they're friendly to each other. There's like a conflict that happens between them. And so, yeah, great depictions here. And I think I'm being denied to go further. Yeah, so I think they intend for me to just kind of get to the shot. They don't want me to break immersion and go further than I should, maybe. maybe. Nope, we're breaking into the system, baby. Woo! I'm going to get stuck, though. I shouldn't do that. That'll be terrible. I think I'm stuck. Oh no. Oh no. Well, can I at least zoom out? Yeah, so here's the shot. Oh, let me try it again. So here's the faraway shot. All the assembly of rocks and rocks. What I'm amazed about with this build is that they could fit so much in here. Like that's crazy. I wouldn't have imagined that, like, for the budget that's available, that all this can go in here. Remember where we've been. Started off with a cave. We went into like this castle, complete with courtyard, several rooms, big staircases, a sprawling library. And then we're led to this. Please look to the sky. I hope I can. I cannot. I'll get out and I'll try again. It didn't look like there was anything in the sky though. But yeah, it's great. I love that kind of experience. It's so different. It is incredibly unique. So since we're back here again, let's do the jog one more time. We start off through here. You know, rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks. You know, with enough greens and other glowies to kind of like sell this whole cave build. It's great. And then it ends because now we end up in this blood up castle of sorts, complete with grand entrances, a whole courtyard. We all go into this library, and then we go into the secret spot. Inside the secret spots, evil stuff, fell things, and through that, boom. It's crazy. Ah, it's so good. Really, really good stuff. Now, as for what's in the sky, it doesn't seem like there's any like Legion ships or anything out there. We just have like an infernal that's about to drop in and kill everyone. So there's that. So apart from that, though, remember I'm a paladin. I'm fine. I'm ready, baby. Oh snap! Oh dude, I almost got nailed, man. Dude, that might have hurt. Sheesh. Rude. Fantastic build though. This was so good. Really, really good build. Thank you so much for showing us this place. That was top tier. Top tier stuff. All right. And that does take care of the visits for today and this week. So let's give a big round of applause for everyone who participated this week with their visits. It was awesome. I'm going to be sure to reach out to Rainbow Wise and get that stuff sorted out. I'd love to see what they have to offer with their place. It was a shame that some sort of issue prevented that from happening. Of course, thanks to you folks who came along for the ride. I hope that you guys had as good of a time as I did. Yeah, it's great builds every week. there's always something new and crazy to discover each time. This is one of many standout builds and spectacles that we were treated with. So I'm privileged to be able to keep doing this with you guys. And I hope we can do this more. So I will probably be here tomorrow. I'm going to be building, I'm going to be hanging out, and then we'll be waiting for that Q&A with Ian. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm just going to be watching it alongside you guys, listening, taking some notes, and then we'll do some commentary, talk about some of that stuff. And from there, I will turn that into content because that's part of the job. And well, I think that's going to be it for me for today. So you guys have a great rest of your thing. May your loots be merry, your houses be banging. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy.